Yes. Yes. Welcome, everybody, to TEM Sports, the #1 sports podcast in my duplex.
Sure is.
I am your host, Mr. Tiger Adinaldo, and with me, as always, is the one and only, the GOAT co-host, Mr. Pun Fu Panda. Mr. Pun, how are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's good.
Doing great.
Good.
Absolutely wonderful. And next to him is our MVP on the inside, Mr. Cameroni DiPrinzio, sporting a rather dashing shirt, I might say. How are you, Cam?
Doing good.
I love the ensemble that you're wearing.
Gotta show the love, man.
I feel it. I mean, nobody can see the moccasins that you're rocking right now, so
They cannot.
the moccasins, I feel like, complete the entire outfit.
It was a quick dash out of the house, and I'm like, they're there. I don't have time. The kids are going crazy. I'm like, I gotta go. I'm throwing these on. You only see from the middle of the shirt up, so we're good.
I can dig it. I kind of dig what Pun's wearing too, man. That might have a little something to do with a topic or two we might talk about later.
Just a
smidgen, just a smidge.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, we need to take care of some of this housekeeping, if you know what I mean. Mr. Pun Fu, sir.
Yes.
Would you be so kind as to tell the people how they can get in touch with you, sir?
On Instagram and Snapchat at PunFuPanda, and on Facebook, Pun Capasso.
And Mr. Cameroni DiPrinzio, how can they get in touch with you, sir?
On the gram, Cam61916, and on Twitter at BucksGuy14.
My man said on the gram. He said on the gram.
The gram of what, sir?
Right?
On the gram. They don't need to know what gram, just the gram.
If you want to reach me, you can reach me at Tiger39. That's THAIGER 39. And you can reach me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, Twitch, Tiger39.com. You can reach me at GoPuff, Uber Eats, MySpace,
Grubhub, AIM,
Plenty of Fish, AIM, IRC.
and the list goes on.
You can reach me on Napster, LimeWire,
BearShare.
Oh God, BearShare.
Damn.
Do you remember BearShare?
Jesus.
Holy crap! Like that was just a hotbed for fucking viruses.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Just
Yep.
good God, BearShare. We got some moms in the chat right now. I know Linda Mack. Linda Mack is in the chat right now.
She is.
Hello, mother.
We got any other moms in there? Got any other mom dudes?
That I'm seeing.
Not yet.
Not
Not
that
yet.
I
Okay. Just making sure. We got any dads in the chat yet? Is Peppy No Neck in the chat yet?
Not yet.
I'm sure
I'm not seeing it.
I'm sure he'll inform us once he's
yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
My guy Cody I work with, he is a father. He's in the chat. Yeah.
Is he a dad?
He is a dad.
And he's in the chat?
Yes.
Shout out to Cody.
Kelsey just joined.
And as always, Kelsey is in the chat. Oh, there we go. #1 fan, Kelsey. Since Belsky dropped the ball, he's not
Belsky Goose Beach in there, man.
I know. Yeah, Goose beat Belsky to the chat. That's amazing.
That
like,
is.
who would have thought? Who would have thought in a million years? I would have, because I have faith.
There you go.
And Belsky's a little flaky sometimes. He's like,
Shots fired.
Shots fired. Brr, 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 brr. Pew, pew. Man, we got an interesting show today. Got a lot to unpack. There's a lot going on. I feel like the world of sports just kind of
Blew up.
shot
off all of
off,
a
and
sudden.
like everything just whew.
Yeah.
The NFL season started. The playoffs are going. How Cam didn't expect him to go because he thought the Lakers were going to be. He thought the Lakers were going to be out of there in the first round.
Man.
They're going how I expected them to go.
Oh, word.
To an extent.
Because I feel like I can pull up a video of you saying
we don't need
distinctly.
to do that. I remember. I remember.
That was for shock value.
It was. It was
Nah,
for
we don't do shock value around these parts.
for stun appeal.
Stun appeal?
Stun.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I don't believe you, but what's going on with the playoffs right now? How's everybody looking?
Well,
I mean, I know I look great, but how are the teams that are playing? How are they looking?
Miami's up on Boston 2-1.
Really?
And yeah.
Yep.
Now, that was something that kind of wasn't expected, right?
Well, I don't think a lot of people expected Miami to get past the Bucks, and they
yeah.
manhandled them.
Yeah.
But I mean, Miami's a good team. I mean, there's no bubble or not. There's no getting around it. They are a very good team, and I'm not surprised them up on Boston right now. I'm a little surprised the way Boston has played the first 2 games, but last night they kind of look like Boston that they're supposed to be.
They look like the team that they're supposed to look like when they're playing.
Yes.
So do you see Miami finishing that series out?
And I think a lot's gonna be determined by Game 4.
Is that tomorrow?
Okay.
I think it's tomorrow. Yeah. Miami comes out and plays well and wins. It's just the series is done. I don't see Boston coming back 3-1.
Yeah.
But then again, the Nuggets came back from 2 series down 3-1. And nobody expected them to do that. So,
and since it's all in the bubble, there's kind of like no home court advantage or anything like that.
Yeah,
So, So now you're just seeing 2 teams go at it without the added benefit.
it's almost
of, like,
good
their
because
fans.
it's almost like a neutral sited football game.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you can take Ohio State, Alabama, and you stick them out in California.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you stick them up in, upper Montana.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a neutral site. Yeah, you're going to have fans there, but there's not going to be that home feel. So, and as far as the Lakers go, if they don't win that series in 4, I'll be surprised.
Has that series started yet?
Yeah, they dusted the floor with the Nuggets the other night.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think Denver expended all their energy.
Coming back from 3-1.
Coming back 3-1 on the Clippers, and
Oh, they did come back 3-1.
they came back
from the Clippers
from down 3-1
and Houston.
and beat the
Yeah,
Clippers.
a 7-game series to take it out of you for sure.
Back-to-back 7-game series.
Yeah.
But the Lakers aren't the Clippers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, there are 2 different plateaus of teams. The Lakers are not the Clippers.
So the Nuggets had back-to-back 7-game series.
Yes.
Got to be tired. They got.
Oh, yeah.
Exhausted.
Yeah, they got to be feeling it.
The Lakers had like 8 days to rest before the series.
That's a whole last week and
You
an
give
extra day.
You give LeBron 8 days to rest. Trust me, he's coming out angry.
Ooh. So they dusted him, and it's looking like they're probably going to dust him again.
I mean, I'd be surprised if they don't sweep them.
If they didn't,
It might be a 5-game series. I could see maybe Denver getting 1, but then again, LeBron is not in a very great mood, so I could see them getting none.
so it's just
He's angry.
shut him down.
He's angry. I think he feels disrespected by the league based on the MVP voting. I mean, I don't blame him.
What happened with the MVP voting?
Giannis won MVP back to back.
Really?
Yes, he did. But LeBron,
Who does Giannis play for?
the Bucks.
Bucks. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think LeBron is mightily angry. He put out a tweet the other night, 16 out of 101 first place votes, and he was not exactly happy about it. He said, "Okay, cool, I'll show y'all."
Oh boy.
I mean, we've seen this before.
Right, well, exactly.
Because the MVP award is not a playoff award.
No.
It's supposed to be for the best player in the regular season.
Right,
So on that ground, okay, yeah, Giannis won it.
right.
Is there a playoff MVP award as well? No. So it's just regular season and then.
In the finals, you
finals.
get one. Yeah, the finals. Yeah.
How often is the like season MVP not on the champion team? Like is not on the team that wins
Quite
the
often.
championship that year.
Quite
That happen
often.
pretty
Yeah.
often.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think go ahead.
Isn't with football like a lot of times the MVP is also on like the championship team?
No.
Oh,
I mean, it has been recently, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
When do they announce the like the football MVPs? When do they announce that? Is it like during the playoffs, or is it during the Super Bowl, or is it?
It's before the Super Bowl. Right?
it's before the Super
Bowl.
Bowl,
Before
which
the
is
Super Bowl.
because then like it's supposed most valuable player is supposed to be for like the regular season,
Yeah.
but they don't announce it until like a week before the Super Bowl.
Right.
So it's like you're still seeing those guys play,
Right. Right.
which is why sometimes people get mad about the votes for MVP awards because it's like, oh well, we're still playing,
yeah,
but
you're
you
still-
haven't
you're still
announced.
playing.
Yeah.
Things can change.
So then people think,
Right.
oh well, they're not in the playoffs, so they didn't make the championship. How is he the MVP?
Yeah.
Well, because if they did it when they're supposed to,
Right. Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like things can change at the drop of a hat. I mean, I'm not saying they often do, but they can. It's possible that they could change it like the drop of a dime. Like somebody could be amazing right now and then just have a shitty rest of their season.
Yep.
Has that ever happened?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So somebody will start off the season like
People come out firing on all cylinders, and then all of a sudden they hit that brick wall, and it's just
shit to bed.
Yep.
That's gotta suck. That's gotta suck. What else is going on with these playoffs? I mean, clearly we all agree that the Lakers are probably going to be in the finals.
Yeah,
more than likely. Is there anybody that's in there right now in the West that look like they can beat them?
Well, no, it's the final two teams, Nuggets.
Oh,
and
is
Lakers, it? Yeah. Whoever wins the series goes to the finals for the West.
Oh, okay.
And then the Celtics and Heat, whoever wins that plays whoever.
Okay,
wins.
now do the Celtics or the Heat look like they can beat the Lakers?
no.
Damn,
but
you didn't want to think about it.
I just don't think it. I think it's I think the Lakers are starting to find that niche that they had before all the coronavirus went down.
Right.
And the germ.
Germ, yeah.
I want to get yelled at. But yeah, I do. I think they found that little niche that they had before. They're starting to get to that point, and I mean, anybody who watches basketball, if they watched them prior to that, before everything was shut down, they were on it. I mean, I can see Boston and Miami, them giving them a series, but ultimately, I don't personally think either one of them have what it takes to beat them in a 7-game series.
Right.
It's going to be real suspicious if the finals in this kind of year is the two greatest franchises in basketball history.
Well, which is why I was setting up to be that, and then Miami came in here, and I think it would be kind of cool to see Miami come in there and steal some of the thunder and have LeBron play, a team that he played for.
Yeah.
And a coach that coached him against in the finals.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
But I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think they're going to win, but
no, I wouldn't be surprised.
It would definitely be interesting.
I agree with Pun. I wouldn't be surprised if the Celtics somehow made it to the finals.
Well, I mean, think about it. Both of them have more championships together than the rest of the league combined.
Right.
So, Boston has 17, LA has 16. We're in a year that literally got turned upside down.
Right.
Oh, hey, let's
just sit right there. I'll tell you how
then it's like, oh, hey, let's play in a bubble. And, Boston and LA are going to be in the finals. What a better way to get ratings back than to have the greatest NBA rivalry in the finals.
It's all about business.
Oh, man, the ratings would
and
go
people
through the roof.
And people say conspiracies aren't real.
The ratings would honestly go through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would.
Funny how that works.
Yeah, yeah. But it doesn't look like the Heat's having it. The Heat's like, nah, not today, Junior. I got to have it this evening. I mean, we'll see. We'll definitely see. I feel like that was a quick topic today. Like there wasn't much really.
There's really not.
There's not much to unpack. The NBA playoff picture is just exactly that. It's we're basically at the end. I mean, there's a
Final Four.
Yeah, unless something crazy happens in this next game, where the Nuggets
decide to show up.
Just become a whole different team, And I mean that's
gotta find a way quick.
Yeah, I'll say 100%. But
because a pissed off LeBron is not someone you want to play against.
Yeah. So it's looking like it's going to be
definitely
the
LA.
Lakers and then possibly Miami, maybe
Boston. Yeah.
So that's really where the drama is right now.
Yeah, right.
Miami and Boston.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sure. Yeah. That's where the competition is happening. It's kind of like when you're watching a F1 race or something like that,
right?
And the dude in front is way out.
Yeah, and it's just
and you're like, okay, let's watch this battle for second.
Right. That's exactly what's
going on. This battle for second. That's where the drama is happening right now.
For sure.
The battle for second.
The guys who are actually still racing.
Yeah. That dude out front.
Out front's like on a stroll.
Short of his shit breaking down is pretty much. So as long as there's no injuries or anything like that, we're pretty certain that the Lakers are going to be. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with the Celtics and the Heat. If Miami can bring the heat, if you will. or if the Celtics find their lucky clover.
Look at this
See what I
guy.
did there?
Look at this guy.
Y'all ain't ready for my sports pun. Let's talk about this MLB season going on. Are we starting to wind down? You said we had a few weeks until the playoffs start.
I think 8 games. I think there's
8 games left.
maybe
Yeah.
7.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
I think the Tribe won today.
we did.
They were up 7-0
We
last
did.
I saw.
Yeah.
Okay. How are the Tribe looking right now? Are they still?
We kind of
They came off a rough stretch where they had
Yeah.
lost 8 in a row.
And
8 in a row.
8 in a row. Yeah, we literally went from like first to
6 games out of first.
Yeah.
In third place.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was we went on an 8-game road trip and didn't win a game.
Not one.
Nope.
not one. Yep. And then we lost last night too.
And we did lose last night.
So we won Friday, lost last night, won today. Coming off an 8-game losing
So
streak.
what place are they in right now?
Right now,
I think 7th.
yeah,
They're still in the playoff. They're in the
I was about to say what I was about to ask. What place do they need to be in order to
anything 8 and above.
secure a slot in
8
the
and above.
playoffs? Okay.
So as of the other day, they were in 7th. And they won today. So hopefully that.
I'm trying to find.
Oh.
Trying to find like if they have like a.
They have standings.
Oh yeah. Well, not. I was going to see if they had like a playoff
picture.
Yeah, like right
Yeah.
now, but I can't find. I'll just do standing.
Yeah. Let's see what the standings are. Let's take a gander at that. Got something.
My mom just said the Tribe's magic number is 3.
So yeah, we have to win 3.
So it's a combination of we win 3 or whoever below us loses, and
Right.
Indians just go out and win 3 games. You're automatically in playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's that
Okay.
simple.
Your mom also said hi.
Hello, Mom.
Okay, I have. Well, they didn't do it. Okay, so here's by division.
Okay.
I guess. So in the Central, yeah, we're 3rd.
Okay, so in the Central Division,
Yeah. And I think when I saw it earlier, the Rays would play the Blue Jays. The Yankees would play the Twins. We would play the White Sox.
Oh, that's bad news.
No, yeah. And then Athletic and Astros would play each other.
such an interesting name for a team, the Athletics.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Washington football team.
So what happens if they're not really athletic?
Right?
Yeah, like,
Right?
what
Like,
a bunch of chunk stars out there running around. Oh man. Yeah, so as of now, they're looking like they can be in the playoffs.
yeah.
You should.
But if they lose a bunch of games,
Yeah, if we go on another.
it's kind of curtains.
We go on a streak where our last 6 or 7 games, we do not show up to play.
Yeah, it could be problems.
An issue.
Has the Indians been in the playoffs like the last 3 seasons?
No, we weren't in it last year.
You weren't in it last year?
No.
But the year before made it all the way to the final game.
Championship
game.
No, that was 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
How many times have they been in the playoffs since then?
17, 18.
18, yeah.
Okay. So 16,
So
17.
3 out
18.
of the 4. Yeah, 3 out of the last 4 years.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, that's good for confidence.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ask me,
Yeah.
making it there, whereas before
Oh, yeah, for sure.
they weren't even getting to the dance.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, I mean,
now if they're consistently making it in there, that helps a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but then it also helps if you win that ship, though.
yeah, that would be nice.
Also helps to win the championship,
Right.
though.
Does.
Who's in first place right now?
In Tampa Bay in the American League.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're in first.
How are they looking?
Really good.
Oh, he's like
They look strong.
really good.
Yeah. I'd probably have to say them, the Yankees and the White Sox are probably looking
White
the
Sox-
best in the
I think
American
The
League.
Yankees are always looking good because they got
not
so
really.
much damn money.
Not really.
Oh, really?
Not for like the last few years.
Really?
On paper.
On paper, they always look good.
Oh, okay.
And they're in the playoffs, but then they get to
Yeah.
the playoffs and they just like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
It
It's a
all
full-
goes downhill from there.
It's weird.
I mean, they got so much money to throw around and they just give these people all this fucking money.
Money don't buy you skill,
Yeah.
man.
Not all the time.
I know. It's almost like you make it to the Yankees, you're like, oh, I'm set.
yeah.
With that contract,
Right.
I'm
Oh,
good.
right.
Yeah, I don't have to-
I'll
Sure.
fucking retire next year. It's like, I don't,
Coast to retirement now.
Yeah, yeah.
Not going to try as hard no more. I got the big contract.
not worry about injuries. You're like,
Right.
yeah, I'll just be out there. I'll throw the ball
Yeah,
around
you know?
a little bit, but
think about diving for it now.
Yeah. Oh,
It's like
man.
mid-dive. You're like, oh, shit, why'd I dive? I already got the big contract. Damn it.
Why'd I do that?
I don't want to get this uniform dirty.
How do those contracts work? Is that like guaranteed money or? Like,
There's always guaranteed money,
Okay.
and then you got incentives and.
So if you make it onto the Yankees, there's probably more guaranteed money there than making it on somewhere else. Yankees like to throw around money.
Like them, Boston, LA,
your big market,
Chicago.
clubs.
Oh, Boston has high salary.
Yeah, it's whatever the whatever big markets
big
are.
markets.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
Miami has a baseball team, right?
Yeah, but they're
They
not
do.
a big market in baseball.
they're not?
Yeah,
No? Oh,
not in
okay.
baseball. They're not a big market.
Obviously for basketball and the football.
They're really not even for basketball.
No?
No, they were over the luxury tax by a lot
Oh,
when they had those three.
Okay.
I mean, it got bigger when they were there for those
Yeah.
4 years, but they're like a middle of the
Maybe
road
when
market.
they won that first ship, it got a little bigger.
Yeah, with Shaq and Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
And then
No, I meant when. So they were over the cap when LeBron first got there, right? Maybe.
no, they were over the cap with him.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once they got LeBron down there,
Yeah.
they were over the cap.
Yeah, which
And
is why
then-
like they always had like Birdman,
Yeah.
Udonis Haslam.
And then once they got a ship with him there, you think the cap went up a little bit?
No,
No?
the cap's
No?
the cap until it goes up whenever
Oh, okay.
like the NBA union
Yeah.
and then the NBA front office whenever they have like a however many years it is.
Yeah.
then
I always
they're-
wondered how that works. So they have a meeting. They're like, how do they delegate like how much money that you can spend on your team?
No clue.
That's fascinating. Like, I would think like if you own the team and you have the money to do it, like you'd be able to
Yeah.
be like, yeah, we'll just pay them.
Well, which is why like when we were here, we were always over the cap with LeBron.
Yeah.
But like Dan Gilbert didn't care because he's
Right.
like, I'm a billionaire, so
No one will
if we're
pay
over the
that.
cap, then okay, whatever.
Yeah. Is there like
Yeah.
a fee or a
Oh,
fine
yeah.
or
They get
something?
Oh, yeah.
penalized.
Yeah,
How much is that?
it's
Is it
almost like paying double.
Yeah.
oh really?
Yeah, once you go over the cap, it's
You get
almost like
penalized.
paying double for a player.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every year,
Every year.
so you get a yearly fine.
Yep. But I mean, those guys are billionaires, so they'll
Yeah.
do it because they won a championship.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's people don't. Most people understand, but some people don't. That I mean, salary caps in sports are good because if not, you'd have probably 4 or 5 teams that would be super stacked, and it wouldn't make sports as fun because there'd be no. You know what I'm saying? You'd have 4 or 5 teams that are like, all right, well, here's your core. I don't even know what you want to call it. Your cluster of great players in the league, and then you've got teams who will have one guy who's attractable to the eye.
Right.
But if those 5 teams aren't playing, there is nobody who's going to sit there and be like, oh well, let me watch the Timberwolves and the Suns tonight.
Yeah, right?
You know what I'm saying? That's just not going to happen because everybody's going to be attracted to those other big teams because they've got all those big time players.
Speaking of, I just learned something about football the other day. Pun just taught me something that like not all the teams used to be televised. Like way back in the day, it was like 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Not all the teams were televised. So like no matter where you lived, he was telling me that no matter where you lived, a lot of times you'd be a Cowboys fan or a Giants fan because those are the teams that were televised.
Right.
Even though you live in Cleveland.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
And
Yeah.
Cleveland has a team, you never saw them on TV.
Nope.
Yeah.
Even in Cleveland,
Yep.
Right.
you
Yeah.
didn't see them on TV.
Yep.
I never knew that.
Yeah, the national markets for those big time,
Yeah.
your Cowboys, your Giants, your Jets,
Yeah.
the Steelers,
Yep.
I think.
What about the Raiders? Were the Raiders on that?
I think so because
Probably
I think back in
Packers.
the day, the Packers,
Yeah.
49ers.
right? Because those back in the day were your big time draws were those teams.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Crazy. I remember watching games at my grandparents' house. Oh, it's Sunday. It'd
It'd be blacked out. Yeah.
you blacked out, and you'd get
get,
the
like,
Cowboys and somebody
whatever's
else.
in
You'd
your
get-
region,
Yeah,
yeah.
your region. So they take
So
like,
usually
East
Pittsburgh.
Coast.
Yeah.
We'd get Pittsburgh.
You'd
a
usually
lot,
get Pittsburgh, yeah.
Really, Steelers games.
which would just grow the hatred higher and
Yeah.
higher.
Now, what if the Browns were playing one of those teams?
Then
Oh,
you-
then
you-
yeah, then you
get
could,
it.
they'd be
yeah,
on
then
TV.
you,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So you'd look forward to like 3 weeks out of 17.
Yeah, right.
You get to watch your fucking team play football.
So you literally had to like either listen to it on the radio.
Yep.
Yep.
Or go to a bar
there- yeah,
who
'cause
has
there
like a
was no-
satellite.
Right, because there was no streaming
Oh, you
back
had to
then.
watch it on Saturday.
Yeah.
Wow,
So yeah, it was satellite or
that's bugged out.
radioed up.
You also told me, Pun, that before it was called the Super Bowl.
Yep.
It was what, the World
Yeah,
Championship?
just the World Championship.
Yeah, and the Browns got like 8 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
And then what was it? You said it was Vince Lombardi.
Vince
that was
Lombardi.
like,
Well, because like the 2 best teams, it was Packers and I forgot who.
And
Was it
Super
the-
Bowl one?
Yeah, was it
Chiefs. I think it was
Chiefs, yeah.
Packers and Chiefs.
They were like the
Packers
2
and
best
Chiefs?
teams, and like
Yeah.
Vince Lombardi made like a big stink about it. Like, oh, it should jokingly should be, it should be called the Super Bowl, and
Really?
it stuck,
and that's what they called it.
and that was Super Bowl 1, and then the rest is history. Yeah,
That's crazy.
because the Packers have like 13 combined. They're called Town USA in football.
Really?
Yeah,
They have-
between Super Bowls and World Championships, they have
okay.
13.
How many actual Super Bowls do they have? Do you know?
6.
Do they got 6 or do they got 5?
Also, how many do the Patriots have?
Patriots have 6.
Patriots have 6.
Patriots have 6 total. So
Yeah.
all of their Super Bowls
Or
came
with
from
Belichick and
this
Brady.
modern era.
Came from Brady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because New England used to be god awful.
Oh yeah,
Like you would see New England on your schedule, and if you were the Browns, that's a win.
that's a win.
Literally, they
They're
were
like, oh, sweet, we're
awful.
playing this.
Yes, they were terrible back in the day,
Yeah,
but that all changed.
they have 4 Super
4?
Bowls. Yeah.
Put them at what, like 9 world
Yeah, the
championships,
nine
4
World
Super
Championships,
Bowls.
So 13 total.
Yeah.
So I wonder, they're probably never going to convert those world championships to Super Bowls.
Well, no, but they are starting to be relevant now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, because people are just like, well, no, like, okay, just because the name
name.
changed
Yeah.
doesn't mean those don't count.
Yeah, it's
if
still
you're
a
talking
championship.
Super Bowls, then yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
teams who win it, yeah. But if you're talking championships,
Right. And there's probably a lot of
Yeah,
teams
they're
that have
recognized.
championships that don't have any Super Bowl victories.
The Browns, prime example.
I was about to say, is that it? I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
I thought you were saying that's it. Just
No,
just
no,
the
no,
Browns.
no. I'm sure there's more, but
Yeah.
the Detroit Lions don't have a
Yeah,
Super
the
Bowl.
Lions,
The Browns don't.
do teams without.
It's gotta be. It's
I
gotta
don't think
be.
the Bengals do.
Yeah, I was about to say it's got to be a third one.
Because there was a
that-
meme this morning on TV. It says the Bermuda
Bermuda
Triangle of the
Triangle.
NFL, and it was the Browns, the Bengals, and the Lions. So yeah, I mean, but
It's
So, yeah,
the
those-
Bengals, the Buffalo Bills, the Browns, the Cardinals, the Chargers, the Falcons,
Jesus,
Jaguars, Lions, Panthers, Texans, Titans, and Vikings have not won a Super Bowl in their history. And then the Browns, Jaguars, Lions, and Texans have never reached the Super Bowl.
Texans is a newer team compared to
Yeah.
the rest of them. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
because the Texans have been around for what? I mean, obviously, probably like what 10
years, 12,
10 years.
10, 12, maybe.
Give me a
I
second.
mean, out of those 4 that have never reached a Super Bowl, the Jaguars are. They were an expansion team, but compared to the Browns and the Lions, who have been around for centuries.
It was funded in 99 or founded in 99.
So probably 2000 then.
Probably 2000, yeah.
So they've been around 20 years.
Texans 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not a long time compared to the Browns, who've been around for 80 years or something.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Ridiculous.
these Browns haven't.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Oh, look who decided to join us. Mr. Belsky has decided to join us in the chat. Also, get the bows at
Yeah.
get the bows.
She's a mom.
Is she a mom?
Yeah.
Oh, she gets the round of applause there.
And Amber is also in here, too.
Is she a mom?
Oh, yeah.
She's a mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mellow. Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Let me. Oh, there we go. And then Belsky's here. Since he's all late, he decided to join us late. You better have a good excuse, Belsky.
Your mom's here.
My mom's here.
Oh,
Shout out to Mama Poke. She said, "Hi guys." She said, she told me, I called her earlier, and she said she was going to be in the chat because she's sick of us talking trash about her guy, about LaBreezy, little Bronny Bron. She's sick of us. I was like, we don't talk
don't
bad
do it,
about
yeah.
him. Yeah, we don't talk bad about him at all.
Yeah. Just because you're the greatest doesn't mean there's nothing, kind of negative to say about you.
Yeah. I mean, he might flop once or twice.
Once or twice.
I didn't say it, Mom. Pun said it.
I mean, if you watch basketball, I mean, come on.
She asked me if Steven was going to be on because she was like, is what's his name going to be on? I was like, Pun? She was like, no, I know Pun. That's my baby. I know Pun. I was like, Cam? She was like, no, I know Cam's going to be on there. And then she was like, she kept saying Trigger. And I was like, what the fuck what is that? I didn't know what she meant.
Yeah.
And then she was like, the one that I was like, oh, Steven. She's like, yeah. I was like, nah, he doesn't do sports. So he's not exactly, but he will be around for the Donna Summer Solstice 2021.
Yep.
Which will be happening at the Velvet Dog.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, confirmed.
That's
Confirmed.
That's just gonna be dope.
Oh man, that's gonna be ridiculous. Joyce Rucker is in the chat. I don't know if Joyce is a mom. Do you know Joyce?
Oh yeah, from back. Yes,
Joyce is a mom. That's
Way
a
back in
picture
the
of her
day.
child,
Yep.
I think, is her
Oh, is it?
profile
Okay.
picture. Yeah.
Somebody asked me while we were downtown when I was DJing, and they had watched the show. And they were like, "Why do you give moms a round of applause?" I was like, "Why wouldn't we give?
Yeah,
them
right.
Why wouldn't we give moms a round?
Birthed
of
the
applause?
whole
Yeah.
Superhuman people.
An entire
Right?
nation.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah.
Like think about that. If it wasn't for moms, we would not have a nation. We wouldn't have anything. We wouldn't have. There would be nothing.
Nothing.
Good old Eve.
Yeah.
Good old Eve.
Oh, my mom said, "I hope you ate the peanuts." Yes, Mom, I ate the peanuts, and they were delish. I ate too many of them.
Too many of
Like,
them.
you can't stop. You can't. You can't stop. Once you start, you just kind of.
Yeah, no.
You just got to keep.
Got to eat the whole
Especially
bag.
boiled peanuts,
Right.
man. They're just so good. Oh man, they're good. Real quick, let's talk about these. Did we finish with the NFL season or
We
the
did not.
MLB? The MLB season? Did we finish talking about that?
Yeah, I mean,
For the most part.
for the most part, I mean, there's really nothing
You know,
major going
Yeah,
on too with
right.
that. Like they're almost done, so
Right.
Yeah,
it's nothing.
little playoff push, and we'll go from there.
yeah. We'll see what happens, huh?
Yeah.
Let's get into this NFL season that is finally underway. They're finally doing what the hell they're supposed to be doing.
Playing football.
Why is my lower third not coming up? That's weird. Hold on. There we go. There it is. So the Browns had their opening game, right?
It looked like a bag of dicks.
Yes.
Didn't look great.
Oh,
Didn't look great.
awful.
Now
Great.
the first game,
They look like a bag of ass.
and then they had their first home game.
Correct.
Oh yeah, the first home game went well.
Yes.
Yeah,
Kind
the
of.
first home game was good, but
Yes.
that first game back was
I mean, yeah,
they look like hot garbage.
Yeah, but they played the Ravens.
they did play the Ravens.
I mean,
I mean, that is a solid team.
Oh, yeah,
That is a
they're-
solid team.
yeah, they're in.
I'd be surprised if they don't make Super Bowl.
They're winning right now, 20-10 over the Texans.
The Ravens are.
Yeah.
Oof.
So,
Oof.
but I mean, Thursday night the Browns looked a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot
when they
better.
had their
better.
first home
Yep.
game,
Yes.
they kind of looked like a football team at that point, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
You had said something about people talking about OBJ, and you were saying that like Baker has to take some of that blame. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look. I mean, it's it obviously a receiver's supposed to catch the ball.
Right.
We all
right,
know that.
Right.
Obviously, quarterback's supposed to throw the ball. But it's like these receivers, if you take bias out of it, because like I wanted Baker Mayfield when we
Okay.
drafted them, like I thought it was a really good pick. But it's like after that first season, his accuracy has just gone completely. It's not the same accuracy he had in college or even that first year.
Right. What do you think that is? It just, just not the same.
It's probably it's a lot of everything. Not trusting his receivers,
Right.
maybe not on the same page. Maybe not trusting his offensive line, which is not great.
It can be a problem.
Yeah, but then we also had 200 yards of rushing too. Like offensive linemen are only really supposed to block for 3.5 seconds.
Really?
Baker's holding the ball for like 6 seconds sometimes.
Wait, they're not allowed? Are they?
No, you're allowed to, but in your mind, 3.5 to 4 seconds, the quarterback should have already made a decision and
Yeah,
thrown.
the ball should be
Where
gone
is
by
it
that.
So
point.
yeah,
Where
they're
is
still
going?
blocking,
Yeah.
but after 4 or 5 seconds,
Yeah.
you're not. Those big dudes ain't going to hold a block for much longer.
Right. Right.
So it's a little bit of everything. It's just he's not trusting his. I think he's not trusting his head because he didn't have a really good offensive line that first year, and he lit shit up
right.
Oh, really?
his rookie season.
I don't think
yeah.
he's going out there and playing. And what I mean by that is, like Pun said, he's in his own head. Go out there and play.
Yeah.
Because if you go out there and play like he did in college, I mean, NFL is different than college.
Right.
But like Punt said, go out there, don't get in your head and play. Just play the game. You can see he's a different quarterback. Thursday night, people can argue till they're blue in the face with me if they want to, but Thursday night, he sat on the sideline when Cincinnati got the ball. Watched them drive down the field for 8 minutes. Mm-hmm. Didn't talk to anyone. Jarvis came up to him, not shoved him, but shrugged him away. Hey, get away. Odell came up to him, tried to talk to him. Hey, go away. He watched Joe Burrow for that first whole drive and then came out when the Browns got the ball and looked like a totally different quarterback than he did the week before.
Really?
Yep. So he went out, and I think he just went out and he played. He watched and said, okay, you know what? I'm not going to let this rookie show me up. This is my home. Mm-hmm. This is where I play football. We're going to go out, and I'm going to show him, hey, this is where I play football. This is my house. You're not going to come in here and show me up. But he just went out there and played. He was throwing the ball, like Pun said. I mean, he was making decisions. Ball was gone in 3 seconds. 3-step drop, boom, ball's out. And I'll be honest here, and I don't think anybody's going to disagree with me. The Browns have the best 1-2 punch and running back in the NFL.
By far, yeah.
And it's not even close.
Yeah. Okay. Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb.
Yeah. Yep. You got, teams who have good running backs, but a 1-2 like that where both of them could average 100 yards every game.
I mean, they are really good.
They're really good. They are really good. But when you have that,
they were looking really good.
When you have that at your expense, and they run like they did Thursday night, that's just going to open that play action, and it's going to open the passing game up more. And I think Baker just needs to go out there and not be in his head and just play. If he, whatever he decides to do, but don't sit there and wait 4, 5, 6 seconds, because at that point, like one said, those guys ain't going to be able to hold those blocks. A, you're getting sacked, or B, nobody's going to be open. You're going to have to scramble, throw the ball away, whatever the case is. But, I don't
it seems like, it almost seems like that first game, for the second one, they had to get their head out of their ass. That first game, nobody was gelling with each other at all whatsoever.
None.
Odell dropped a bunch of passes that were right in his hands.
Yeah,
should have been.
Oh yeah,
one of them he literally
that's
looked
what I mean.
Looked like he slapped it down to the ground.
That's it's a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? It's just there was no preseason, so for a team like the Browns,
preseason helps.
It would have helped.
Yeah.
Because we're still one of the youngest teams in the league. We have a half new roster, a whole new front office with coaches,
right?
And then we didn't have the preseason to actually work that stuff out on the field. It was just practice.
Because there's a massive difference between practicing, obviously.
We're talking about practice.
And preseason, where you're playing another team.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially being the Browns, and we've all seen how they've been the last 25 years.
My mom said the first game was shit.
It was. It was.
She's
and
not
sadly,
lying.
It kind of went.
She's not lying.
Kind of went as expected.
Really quick, I think Kayla came in and out. She had to dip, but she was here. So let's bless her with a round of applause. My mom said, it's all. There's always an excuse with the Browns.
There is. Yeah.
So how do they get to the point to where no excuses are needed? Obviously teams have a bad game. A bad game is a bad game. Mm-hmm. But how do they get to the point to where it's not, okay, this is us making excuses for being a crap team.
Yeah.
And we just had an off day, but we'll come back and win it tomorrow.
Consistency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it coaching at all?
You got new coaches, so you're going to have to give it.
Yeah.
Coaches can only do so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can only coach players so much. And if you got, the Browns got one of the most talented rosters
offensively
in football. And you can't teach talent.
No.
You can
You're
coach talent. You can coach them. But there comes a point where these guys got to collectively get together and go, all right, guys, let's get our fucking head out of our ass, go out there and play football like we know how to. And you kind of saw a little bit of it on Thursday night. The offense looked really good. The defense looked horrible, but the defense is missing 5 starters.
Yeah.
And they're not shit starters. They're good, legitimate starters.
Yeah.
Oh, they're hurt right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, me personally, I think the defense, I heard this on the radio the other day, I think the defense would look a lot different if those guys were in.
Oh yeah.
I don't think the Bengals scored 30 points Thursday night.
Real quick, Pud. Pep is in the house and watching on Instagram.
Wow. Surprised he found it.
Right?
Wow.
Look at that. Look at that.
What's up, Pops?
Pep is definitely
Expanding
in the
his
house.
social media
Yeah.
knowledge.
Right. I'm impressed.
I am really impressed.
I'm impressed.
Right?
Also, Ashley Hamburg's beautiful self is in the chat on Instagram. Right next to Peppy No Neck.
Okay.
I feel like we got a live bunch. Chocolate Girl Wonder is in the chat.
Shit. What's
on,
up?
On Instagram, and of course Kelsey is in the chat on Instagram. Blue Belt Emily is in the chat on Facebook.
What up, Em?
Emily.
What up, Em? Yeah, so the Browns basically just got to get it together. I mean, they got to, they looked better Thursday.
They did, but it was also against another bad team.
But that's the
Right.
thing.
You don't know if it was
That's the caveat.
because you still almost let them come back and win too.
Yeah,
Right.
because they were ahead by a
They
pretty
were over like
good
14,
amount, right?
I think.
Yeah.
Oof.
So, but hey,
You build off this.
you just look. You get the W any way you can. You know what I mean? Like, as long as it's a W,
A win's a win.
a win's a win. Yep. But like going into this year, just because of what all took place the last few months, like
Right.
6 months, I'm not going to fully say what kind of team they are until after week 4.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
that doesn't mean I'm going to accept god awful football.
Crap
Yeah.
play.
But it's like, okay, this year of all, you could have benefited from a preseason maybe.
Yeah, preseason.
With all the change.
Right.
Because the preseason
So-
kind of helps you figure out like how everybody works, how everybody
Yeah,
moves,
right.
where everybody's at.
Timing,
You try
chemistry.
different
Yeah.
things in the preseason to kind of, and then, you try it and you see what works and what doesn't, and then come,
It almost seemed like that first game was their preseason.
that is not who you want to play in a preseason.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not.
not when they count.
Yeah, that is not the. Oof.
But I also think there's a little bit, and it's, players will tell you, no, the media doesn't get in the back of their head, but there's a high bar set for the Browns, and there has been for the last 2 years because of the talent they have in this team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they could sit there and say no all they want. No, it doesn't get in my head. But I still think there's a minuscule part in the back of their head that goes, fuck, if we come out here and get smoked by the Ravens and lose to a rookie in Cincinnati, people are going to start talking. The media's going to
it's not gonna
start
be pretty.
taking it. Hey, what the hell's going on in Cleveland? They're 0-2, new coach. They got oodles of talent. So I think, Thursday night was a must win. They got the win. And next week they play Washington, who has not been
Not great.
Oh, the
who
Washington,
haven't
Washington
hasn't-
football
who
team.
hasn't had an impressive showing.
20-3 right now to the Cardinals.
But they should be Washington. So coming out of next week, the Browns should be 2-1. They
Okay.
should be 2-1.
Well, one thing we can say, they won't be 16-0 or 0-16.
No. They will
No,
not.
we won't.
That's
we won't
already
be,
guaranteed.
Guarantee we won't.
That is a guarantee.
Won't do.
Unless they roll back that win. If
Yeah,
they
that's
say
some-
they're
for some reason it
hey,
didn't
you know
count.
what?
Yeah.
We found out
Absolutely not.
Odell was on something, so
Yeah,
we
right.
gotta. Which, with the Browns' luck, is possible.
Yeah, that's.
They'll be
I'm
like,
actually gonna wait for it now. Like just the notification on my phone. The win didn't count on Thursday.
it did not count at all whatsoever. We got to take that back. Yeah, so we know that it won't be a winless season at the
Yes.
very least.
Right. We got one.
There's that.
We got one.
Yeah, and I mean it was a hell of a win. It was a win.
Look, it was good. Like
Yeah.
I said, like obviously people dissect it and critique it, but
Yeah,
the main objective is
Is
to
to
win the
win.
game you play that day. So
right.
They could look ugly.
won it.
They could look
Yeah.
like shit. But if you come out 1 point ahead, guess what? You win.
You won.
That's all that matters.
Whether it's an inch or a mile, a
It don't
win's a
matter.
win.
a win's a win.
Right.
Family. It's about family. Man, let's talk about you got anything else y'all want to touch on these this NFL season that's happening? Is there
I
anyone
think
that's particularly looking spectacular right now?
the Ravens
The Ravens,
Okay.
and
the Chiefs, obviously.
Chiefs. They
Are the Chiefs looking good? How's
I mean, it's kind of like
where's Brady at? Brady's at
he's in Tampa.
Tampa, they
How's
look
Tampa
awful.
looking? Do they?
look-
Awful.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
they won today,
Right. They did win.
31-17.
Okay.
But
They don't. It's very weird because you expect you look at Tom Brady and you think stats, okay, he's going to throw for 350, he's going to have 4 touchdowns.
Right.
Yeah, he's gonna have a passer rating of 125 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you just expect it, and then
they got Gronk down there too, right?
Yeah, but he's not.
He's not the Gronk of old. Or he was in New England.
Yeah, and again, that could be because this year was just there was no real training camp.
Yeah, no
real
preseason,
nothing. You know what I mean?
that.
Again, not making an excuse, but he's not Gronk.
Gronk's not that old, right?
No, he's not. But he's been beat up the last few years, which is why I think, retired.
Oh, okay. And then came back to play with Brady.
But
so Tommy Boy's not looking great, huh?
He's not looking like Tom Brady. We'll put it like that.
Okay.
I mean, he's still Tom Brady,
right?
But he's not looking like he.
You think Father Time is finally catching up to him a little bit?
No, I just think it's. You got to think about this. Tom Brady's been in the same system for 15 plus years,
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Same coach, different OCs, but at one point Bill Belichick, kind of decides everything, and you get in that system, and it's like a well-oiled machine. Whereas he switched it up. Yeah, he's older, but that plays a little into it.
Still in great shape.
Still in great shape. Still can throw the hell out of the ball, but a new system, it's going to take him a little time. I mean, next year, if he plays, which I'm assuming he's going to, but
right.
I could see next year him looking like the Tom Brady of not old, but the Tom Brady people are expecting.
So he'll look like the Tom Brady of old and not an old Tom Brady.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
I can see that. I can see that.
Your mom asked about the Cowboys.
How are the Cowboys?
They won today.
Came back and won that
Came
game.
back today and won.
I can't believe that. We were in the car and we went from Cedar Point. My wife had the Cowboys in the pick'em. She's like,
wait, is that on the screen right now, or am I just
right here?
Could not believe that.
Okay.
Yep. 40-39.
It's crazy. They were down 39.
Damn,
with like
1 point.
Yeah. It's okay. So the Cowboys, since they won the Super Bowls with like Aikman, Irvin, Emmitt Smith.
Really quick, Jackie P.
Oh shit! What's up, Mom?
Jackie P is in the chat.
So the Browns have.
We have the most moms of any sports podcast ever.
You think?
Yeah, I'm gonna call that.
Okay.
We have the most moms of any sports podcast on this block.
You know what? Facts.
Big facts. Okay, what were you saying?
So the Browns have just been shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they've won sometimes. They've had some nice moments in the last 20 years.
Right.
But they've been shit. Like,
yes.
Teams circle the Browns. Teams circle the Browns, whether what people want to believe or not, it's reality.
It's a win.
Until they become consistency, they're just like, oh, yeah, we're playing Cleveland.
Yeah.
We're going to win.
The Cowboys in that same time frame have been way better than the Browns. But I feel bad for their fan base, kind of more than ours, because it's like we were just expected, okay.
Right.
Minus the crazy fan base in Cleveland that always thinks we're going to the playoffs every year.
By the way, your mom said hi ho. Or she said hi ho.
I don't know.
She either called you a hoe,
Yeah.
or she's saying hi ho. Real quick, your dad on the gram said, "Give him time. At the end of the season, he will be well." I'm thinking he's talking about Tom Brady.
Oh, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
He
Probably.
loves Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, really quick. Shout out to Serge. Serge is in the chat.
Serge.
Okay, please continue, pun.
I forgot
Didn't mean to interrupt you. You were talking about the Cowboys
Okay.
fans.
Yeah.
Fan base.
So our fan base we expect, like, we have hope or whatever, and then there's that crazy sector that's like, oh, we're going to playoffs. No, we're not. Like, no, we're not.
And then 4 games in reality.
Yeah. But we almost expect that we're going to be bad.
Right.
So yeah, we get mad about it, but it's we lost. What else is new?
Right.
The Cowboys, they'll look like world beaters 1 week for the last 20 years. They are the epitome of mediocrity. Because 1 week, they'll look like this team's winning the Super Bowl, and then the next week they'll lose to the Browns.
They still have Dax, right?
Oh yeah, Dak. Yeah.
They got a good team.
That's the thing. They've always had good teams too, but it's like 1 week. I think there was a time where they had the most 8-8 seasons than any other team within the last 20 years. Yeah, that's all they kept going, 8-8, 8-8. Which is, again, as a Cleveland fan, I'm like, dude, give me 8-8 in a heartbeat.
For sure.
My mom says she's a Cowboys fan. I never knew that. I never knew. So What do you think that's coaching, or you think that's the players not showing up sometimes?
Their owner.
You think it's the owner?
He's a knucklehead, yeah. Instead of like just having like letting the coach, the GM manage,
Yeah.
and then he just write the checks, like he's got his hands on in everything.
So he tries to micromanage.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, and that's
definitely not good.
Which, hey, you're the owner, you're a billionaire, you can do whatever you want, I guess, but
don't put those people in that position if you don't trust them to make those decisions.
Yeah.
because then you're not going to fire yourself. You're going to fire the coach or the GM you hired.
Exactly. They're the ones. Shit rolls downhill. They're the ones that's going to catch the blame for it.
Yep. But yeah, like it was crazy. Like I think they had like at one point, if you took their combined record for like 6 years, it was literally say half. They had the same amount of wins as losses. Wow. It was crazy. And that was the thing on ESPN. They would even say it like on NFL Morning, like, "Oh yeah, the team of mediocrity is playing today against the Bears." Wow. Yeah, because it was, and it was knocking, but it wasn't. Like they were just telling the facts. Like they look like they could win the Super Bowl one week, and then the next week it's like
50.
The next week it's like you scored 3 points against the Browns. Like,
wow.
I don't think that's ever happened. I just like was using it as an example that.
Oh, you never know. I'm sure somebody
lose to a team that they should have
3. Did they
handedly and
did they play the Browns last? Obviously, they played the Browns last season. Did they beat the Browns last season?
I don't think we played them last year.
Oh no,
no. Actually, I don't remember the last time we played Dallas.
Yeah,
Emily said, telling her sister-in-law that grew up on the West Coast about our diehard Cleveland fan base is one of my favorite things.
Oh, gee.
She don't believe it.
She doesn't believe it.
It's weird, man. It's a different thing. We kind of had to explain this when the Cavs won the championship because everybody was like, "Oh my God, how much pussies you're crying." It's like, dude, you guys you don't fathom what just happened. You have no, unless you've lived here and kind of went through all the sports debacles that have happened, you don't get it. And there hasn't been, and I don't think there will be. The only fan base that could possibly relate to that was the Cubs.
Yeah.
And they won the World Series in 2016 against
against us. Yeah.
But out of any other fan bases in any other sport, there is
that's just baseball.
Right.
Yeah.
Chicago had the Bears,
Blackhawks, and the
Bulls, the Blackhawks. Oh, so I don't want to hear about your baseball team not winning a championship.
And didn't their
like the Blackhawks have 6?
Wait, did their other team ever win a championship?
The White Sox, yeah.
So, yeah. So it's only one of their baseball teams.
Right. It's one of their baseball teams.
It's not even their whole baseball organization. Just one of the teams.
But then you take
have one.
Cleveland when the Cavs won,
right,
and that wasn't just the Cavs' first championship in 52 years. That was the whole city. Indians, Browns.
Right.
In 52 years, that was the first one.
You're combining every sport, major sport you have in the city. And
which is why it's the greatest championship in sports.
Yeah.
Now, would Stipe's belt be considered like the breaking point for that?
I mean, it was. But, MMA is not going to get...
I know we consider it.
Right.
We consider it. But MMA isn't as nationally known.
That's what I mean.
Football.
Yeah, it's like when he won it, it was like, it was ESPN talked about it like, hey, Stipe won, but it wasn't baseball.
There's
basketball.
still people in Cleveland that don't know who Stipe is.
Yeah, which is baffling to me.
It baffles me, but there are people who do not know who Stipe is just because they don't watch MMA.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so there's
sure.
people here that don't know who Stipe is. There really isn't anybody in Cleveland that don't know who the Browns are.
Yeah.
Or who the Cavs are.
Right.
Or even who LeBron is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when that championship happened, even though it came second after Stipe's, that's why to a lot of people it meant more. You know
for that summer, Stipe kind of catapulted it because then the Monsters won the hockey champ.
He broke the curse.
Yeah.
And then
the Monsters won.
The Monsters won.
Yeah, the Monsters won, right. And then the Cavs did their thing. But back to Emily's point, it's very hard to convince somebody what it's like to be a Cleveland sports fan. Up until that 2016 season, it was like you just don't get it unless you've lived here and lived through this stuff. You just don't understand it.
Yeah,
and Stipe is the only one to repeat.
Right.
Yeah,
he got the belt back.
Yep.
Oh, little nugget for thought there.
Actually, he defended it too.
Yeah, he defended it.
So,
yeah,
and then lost it, then won it again.
Yeah. I mean, the defending
and no other team
that
in Cleveland has.
I mean, you can't really defend the title in
Well, yeah, true, yeah,
in other sports.
yeah. Well, no, yeah, you can. Like the Chiefs are defending the title right now until they don't make the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, so like the Chiefs win a Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
And then like the next season, first game out, if they lose, they're not like,
true.
All right, give us that fucking
right?
trophy.
Yeah,
Right. No.
The team that beat you gets this trophy that you've been.
yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot more as far as championship goes. MMA is a lot more high risk than other sports because it's like one loss and then you ain't the champ no more.
Right.
The Chiefs are still the champ until
the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Super Bowl goes
Super
down.
Bowl,
Yeah. I wish it worked that way in MMA, man. I'd love to win a belt and then like lose a bunch of fights, but then I'm still champ.
Yeah. Right.
Like speaking of
Real quick.
up. Ew.
We think we do gotta move the table because Cam's getting farther off.
Is he?
Yeah.
Keeps moving
Is
over.
it me or is it the?
There you go. How's that?
There, that's better.
Okay.
That's better.
There it
Oh,
is.
there's my microphone. I was
Yeah,
like,
right.
for a moment there, I only had the little tip in the frame, and I'm like, shit, am I sitting weird or no?
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Right.
I told you, pun, that we usually don't.
Hey, man.
That's all
I've
right.
had like 4 hours of sleep the
You're
last
still
two
the goat,
nights. So.
the goat co-host.
The goat.
Emily said, "I'm sorry if my comments are duplicating. It looks like it is on her end. No, it's not.
Not on our end. You're
Not
good.
on our end.
Yeah, it's not. It's not on. Not on our end." She said, "I felt happy for them in that World Series. It was a win either way to her." I'm guessing she's
Cubs.
talking about the Cubs and.
That was a very tough series for me. Extremely hard because
I know you kind of like the Cubs, right?
I grew up at my grandparents' house because on WGN at 2:00 in the afternoon, the Cubs game was be on, and I would go when we go over there after school. I would always watch Cubs games with my grandfather, and it kind of rolled over
Right.
for up until now. I mean, if the Cubs are on, I'll watch them. I mean,
Right,
I'll watch
right.
any sport, but it was very hard for me. Back in 2014 when Ohio State played Oregon, and me and Pun are both Oregon fans, it's like, fuck, but it's like, I got to go. I'm rooting for my first love, which was Ohio State,
Oh, yeah.
just like
Mhm.
the Indians. I mean, I wanted the Indians to win that series more than anybody in the world, but I would still have this small piece of hatred for the Cubs because I feel like they ripped that out for me. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, okay.
Secretly, I have a championship Cubs hat in my closet at home.
Not so much of a secret
I don't
now.
wear that fucking thing, but
Now
it's up there.
Now that
It's up there.
the millions of potential viewers that we have and the 10 that we actually have heard it, it's not a secret no more, sir.
Yeah, no, but yeah, that was a difficult series for me because
You've now been put on blast.
Yeah, I know. It's all good.
Serge said that they ran through the streets crying.
Yeah, we were there.
When
He
the
was with
Cavs
us.
won.
Yeah.
Oh, he's with y'all?
Yeah, we were.
That was crazy.
Well, Cam was.
I was at work.
He was at work, but we were at Liquid. No, not Liquid. Liquid Sweet 6.
When the Cavs won?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It was me, Rico, Belsky, Sergio, Rick, Tommy, Will, and his brother, and then Brent was there too.
Oh.
Yep. We watched Game 7 at the very back table at Sweet 6 Liquid, whatever it was, and then proceeded to partake in the festivities the whole night.
How tipsy did y'all get that night? Did y'all get pretty lively, if you will?
Yeah, it was it's pretty insane. Like we ran out of the bar and it literally just looked like there was a sea of people.
I
Just
remember
everybody, just in the streets dancing.
I remember being because I watched it with Glenn and Gregory.
Yep.
And I remember when they won, like we stood up. Greg hugged Glenn, Glenn hugged Greg.
Oh yeah, it was.
And then we went outside and like random people were like hugging me.
Yeah.
Which was kind of interesting because like that doesn't happen all the time. You know what I mean? Middle of the night,
Right.
6 foot black dude. I got all these random like suburban people hugging me, you know? I mean, but I was definitely happy. I was definitely happy. I mean, like I said, I moved here from a place that has plenty of championships. So I was definitely happy for all my friends.
Yeah, there was a lot of man crying that night.
Not to mention the fact that
Fun.
I called it, you know what I mean?
You did.
Not
No,
to
you
take,
did.
not
Yeah,
to
you
take,
did.
not to take any credit.
No,
but
I'm
taking all the credit.
Yeah, you take all that.
Take it.
I'm the good luck charm. That's what it is. Speaking of winning, man, we had some fights.
We did.
Over the weekend. Since Blue Belt Emily is in the chat. First, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way, man. Covington.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah, fuck him. But he did. He kind of beat the brakes off of Tyron.
I shouldn't have said in the octagon, not like outside of the octagon.
Yeah,
Colby Covington.
Him. Yeah, it was he. You know what It wasn't an ass whooping in the sense that he was just beating on him, but he definitely had a game plan, executed it, and executed it damn near flawlessly. That's not to say that Tyron didn't have any offense. He's definitely not the same Woodley.
No. There's something going on.
Yeah, that was the welterweight champion.
No.
He's definitely not. 100% not.
I said it to you last night. It almost looks like the belt defined him.
Yeah.
Or defined him.
Yeah. It's like once the belt was gone, he was a whole different person.
Yep.
In every fight after that. Honestly, not even when the belt was gone. He was a different fighter when he fought Usman.
True. Yeah.
So it was almost like when he fought Usman, he started to realize that his wrestling wasn't where it needed to be anymore, because Tyron is a wrestler. Yeah. And he's a damn good wrestler. And Usman just basically took him down at will. And then when he fought Gilbert Burns, same thing. He just, took him down, outstruck him on the ground. And then with Covington outstruck him standing up, took him down, almost like he stuffed a bunch of Covington takedowns, but he really didn't do any offense. He didn't let his hands fly. He kept setting up that right hand, but he didn't throw it. And the times that he did throw it, it connected, but it just wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the same. You know
I felt like Woodley's back was on the fence majority of the
fight.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, it's like they said, he's strong enough to get out of that position.
Yep. It's almost like he wanted to.
Why didn't he though?
Woodley is strong as shit. You know what I mean? So there's no reason that he should have been in that position, other than it's a mental thing. I mean, fighting is just as much a mental game as it is a physical game.
Oh, for sure.
Mentally, it just doesn't seem like he's in. It doesn't seem like he's enjoying it anymore. Yep. It doesn't seem like he has that fire in his eyes anymore. He's probably making more money commentating and working for ESPN and whatnot. So why go out there and get beat on? But then why take the fight? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So that was
could be a mental thing, like totally mental.
Yeah.
That was like you said, physically. I don't think there's an issue there. It's just
at all.
It's all in his head right now.
I mean, he has the tools to starch anyone. He can knock out anybody if he just lets his hand fly.
Right.
Real quick, man. Let's talk now that we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew. That girl's jits is
on fire.
She is something special. How did she? Because I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, we didn't see it.
Yeah, I know it was a submission. How did she? How did she win that? Can you?
That was finishing up as I got home last night.
Okay. Do you know how she?
No, all I heard her was commentating.
Oh, okay.
All I heard her, they were talking to her after the fight because she won. I don't know how it ended.
I think it was on the ground. I know that much. And if it's on the ground and it's Mackenzie, I'm guessing that it's a freaking submission because she is a freaking wizard on the ground.
So it says she won by submission, but it doesn't say.
It's not telling you what submission?
Yeah. Let's see.
In round 1, she won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it didn't even make it out of the first round.
No.
Scroll back up real quick. What does it say in there?
In here?
Nah, at the top where it says the actual up right in there. Yeah.
It says submission, round 1.
Can you click that? See if it tells us anything.
Submission.
That's it.
Yep. I'm guessing armbar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with armbar.
Hold on.
Either armbar or choke. She either armbarred or strangled her. One of the two. One of the two.
She won performance of the night.
Oh, did she?
Yep.
I'm surprised that performance of the night didn't go to the Swede. Oh wait, how did she?
Knee bar.
Knee bar?
Oh no, wait, no. Armbar. Yeah.
Okay.
Armbar first round. Yeah. Knee bar was her last fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She pulled a knee bar off. That's unheard of. People don't do that. People don't catch that.
Kenji Dern does.
Yeah, clearly. Katie Mack is in the chat. Katie Mack in the chat.
Why aren't you working? I'm joking. I love Peter.
And also Gonzo is in the chat.
What up, Gon?
Gonzo's in here with us. Oh God.
What happened?
Smalls is in the chat on Instagram saying Covington is the man.
Smalls.
Yeah, Smalls. You don't remember Smalls? From they used to train with me.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Covington definitely won the fight.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of. I don't give a fuck about all the political stuff he says.
Yeah. No.
Obviously.
Like whatever.
He says that he has unfinished business with Usman. Usman beat him in that fight.
Handedly.
Yeah.
Usman finished the business.
Yeah, Usman finished him in that fight. So
well that Covington thinks there's still business to be finished.
yeah. I'm the fight that I'm more curious to see right now is Covington and what is this sound?
I was just going to tell you. I hear static.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. It's not coming from y'all's, right?
Test 1 2 1 2.
Hello. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't
It's
know.
not coming from y'all's. Maybe it's my. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Is it like super bad,
No,
or is it just?
I didn't even hear it.
I just started hearing it. I was like, well, maybe it's just
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's something that's doing it. That's like over there or something. Yeah, but I'm more excited to see the fight between him and Jorge Masvidal.
Oh, yeah.
Masvidal?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were training partners. He lived on Jorge's couch for a while,
Right.
So that to me seems like a super interesting matchup.
Steven is in the chat.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh shit, Mr. Feliciano has joined the chat.
What up, Steven?
hello, Steven.
Here, I just unplug my mic and plug it back in. Let's see if that fixes it. Yeah, that's not doing anything.
Steven says, hey, bitches.
Oh, what up? What up? What up, Steven? Yeah, man. And the Swede. What's his name again?
Kamzat Chimaev?
Chimaev.
Chimaev?
Man.
Yeah, Kamzat Chimaev. Dude, that dude. What was that, his fourth win or third?
Third win
In 100
In 100 nights or something?
Yeah, 105
days? 105 days or something? That dude just ends fights.
And
Quick. Like one punch. Just done.
Holy crap. Like, I hadn't seen him fight up until that point. I just knew that they were booking his fights like 2-3 fights in advance.
Yep.
Like, he's already scheduled to fight Damian Maia before this
Correct.
fight happened.
Yep.
And like Dana was getting a little, they were like, hey, why are you doing that? And he's like, hey, that's what he's asking for. That's
Yeah.
what he wants to do.
Right.
And so I was like, that's interesting. Like, how good could this guy be? Because I know a lot of times, even if you win a fight, there's a suspension period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a little bit of time that they say, okay, we're going to need you to chill for X amount of time to recover,
Right.
so on and so forth. But this dude didn't even sweat. Like, he literally didn't break a sweat.
No, 17 seconds.
Yeah. Like, they say, oh, he didn't break a sweat. He literally did not. He was backstage. He wasn't out of breath. He wasn't sweating. Yeah, there was no nothing.
Sweat, no.
It took him longer to get to the ring and fight.
It literally.
Yeah.
He broke a sweat getting to the ring.
Yeah.
Or, excuse me, to the octagon.
Yeah,
Than he
100%.
did
And he
inside.
did.
It literally took them longer to check him outside the ring,
Right? Then
than the whole fight did.
wouldn't that be funny if he's just like, no, you don't need to do this. Fight over quick.
Yeah, it's
Like,
over quick.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
I don't know if that was a Swedish accent, but I
Well,
mean, whatever.
he fights in Sweden. I don't like, because Chimanov is not a Swedish
It's not
name.
a Swedish name at all.
Neither is Kamzat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not at all. But he's fighting out.
But he
not a
doesn't have a
yeah.
Swedish accent either.
I wonder where he was born. Because I know, did you know that Israel Adesanya fights out of New Zealand?
Yeah.
So he brought New Zealand there first.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. He is Swedish.
really?
Doesn't sound Swedish when he was talking last night.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, but it says nationality Swedish.
Latifi,
Yeah.
what is it? Amir Latifi. He's also Swedish.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, you know.
What if he booked these fights knowing he wasn't going to get hit?
I mean, that's how Hoist Gracie was in the first
Yeah.
year.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't
No,
like
hey,
getting hit. Yeah,
Dana, listen, I'm not going to take beatings, so I'll be able to do these fights.
he is something special, man. Like the way he's starching people. A fight between him and Izzy seems
Imminent.
way interesting. That's an interesting fight because Izzy is really good at avoiding taking damage, right? At avoiding getting hit. That guy is really good at hitting.
Giving damage.
Yeah.
But his grappling is also great. Like his grappling is great. He's submitted some people, I do believe. So his grappling is great. Oh, Steven said Kevin, Todd, and Tiger. Oh man, of course Gons gives us the finger as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, his grappling is crazy, but he starched that guy yesterday. And the dude he knocked out is a knockout artist. Mm-hmm. So and he just
Yeah, that was wild. That was wild to see.
and he was out.
Oh,
Like
for he didn't need, like you said, he didn't need the follow-ups. It was
there,
that
there
one
was
punch on the
no
spot.
need for any of the follow-ups
A
at
thud.
all
It was
whatsoever.
it was a thud, and you were like, oh,
That's
God.
one of those like really painful looking knockouts. Like you get knocked out. Like a lot of times you get knocked out, you get caught to the chin, your head spins, you're out. You wake up refreshed, you're okay. That type of knockout that he got hit with, you wake up and your head hurts. Like you can't see straight for a week. It sucks. It sucks. The only thing worse is getting knocked out to the body. Body shots, body shots suck because you're aware of it. You know what I mean?
Like the liver
you get-
shot.
Yeah, you get hit to the
What's his
liver
name?
and you're aware of that the entire time. And it's like you want to stand, but you can't because the pain is just that bad. Getting knocked out with a punch and stuff, you're not aware of that. You wake up backstage. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So his native country is Chechnya, Russia,
okay.
Chechen.
Yes.
Okay.
where he's part of the junior national team.
So
He immigrated to the
Sweden.
country of Sweden.
Okay, so
in
he was-
2011 at the age of 17,
okay. So from
Yeah.
17 on,
which
he
would
was in
understand,
Sweden.
which
Yeah.
would be the
Yeah.
Russian accent.
So he's Chechen.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chechen Swedish.
Yeah. Either way,
Either way, that dude's a bad man.
that dude hits hard as fuck.
Like you said last night, just give me a fight.
Yeah, just with whoever. And they were like, "What's next?" He's like, "I don't know."
know.
But we know. We already know.
We already know.
It's already
Damian
been in
Maia.
the news.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Damian Maia. That's an interesting matchup as well because Damian Maia is a freaking wizard on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Rogan was talking about when Damian Maia fought. Why can't I think of his name? The dude that freaking Masvidal put to sleep with the flying knee.
Askren.
Ben Askren.
Yep.
Right. So when Damian Maia fought him, Joe Rogan was like, I knew that Damian Maia was going to submit him because Damian Maia loves being on the ground,
Yep.
right? And he's fighting a guy whose whole claim to fame is to shoot in and take you down.
Yeah.
So you're going exactly where he wants you to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And where he's a freaking wizard.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when Conor shot in and took Diaz down.
Yeah.
We knew how that was going to end. We knew same choke actually.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yep. Same one.
Same choke. Like we knew how
Like, oh,
that
you a
was going to
wrestler
go.
now?
Yeah. Now you're wrestling. Okay. Well, this is what I do.
Yeah.
There's been talks of the fans have been talking that Mr. Cerrone should retire.
Why?
And obviously he scoffed at that. He still loves to fight. I thought he looked great last night.
I thought he wanted to fight.
Yeah, I personally thought he wanted to fight.
He won.
He looked great. That dude was freaking. It was like the Three Stooges. How much that guy was poking him in the eyes.
Nico
Like, that
Price?
was- yeah. Nico was
Yeah.
just. I mean, listen. I love Nico Price.
No, yeah, he's-
I love his attitude when
Yeah,
he fights. I love his
right.
enthusiasm. And he's like, I'm good, baby. You good? Like,
Right?
I kind of dig the no fans because you
Yeah,
can
'cause
kind of
you could-
hear what's
Everything.
going. I wish we could mic up fighters.
That would
if
be
if there was a
awesome.
way to do
Yeah.
it where it wouldn't be in a way,
Right.
Oh man, it'd be so great. But yeah, you kind of hear them talking to each other. You kind of hear the respect they have with each other. I'll say this: Donald Cerrone looked a lot better last night at 170 than Tyron did.
Oh, for sure.
If anybody should be thinking about hanging it up, I would say it'd be Tyron.
Really?
And I listen. I love the dude.
Yeah.
He's in great shape. He's a great fighter. He's had some. He's right now. He's got 3 losses. You know, he can bounce back, but he needs to find that fire again.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have it now. Whereas Cerrone has losses, but has never lost that fire.
No.
Like there's never
No.
been a time that Cerrone doesn't love to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it seems like there's a different set of objectives there. Like
I mean, Tyron's got nothing left to prove, though.
At all.
He's kind of like DC. DC's got nothing left to prove.
yeah, you won the belt, you defended the belt plenty of times. Like at one point, Tyron was one of the most active fighters on the roster, other than Cerrone.
Right.
Cerrone fights every 3 weeks. Like it's like, I swear, I feel like every other card, Cerrone's fighting.
Yeah.
Like it just kind of seems
him
that
and
way.
him and Kamzat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that dude is gonna be fighting.
What
a lot.
about your boy Johnny Walker? He looked good last
Johnny?
night.
So
Well,
I wanted to get to that.
Yeah.
So let me adjust my chair. So Johnny, talk about coming back from the brink. Whew. Like he got dropped twice. He got
and
hit,
legit
dropped. I'm surprised. Who was the guy he was fighting?
Ryan Spann.
I'm surprised that Spann wasn't able to finish that fight because he got drizopped and then Spann kind of pounced on him and then Walker was able to get back to his feet. I mean, that just goes to show you like the mentality. You staying calm. I've been here before. You know what I mean? Yeah, he dropped me, but I've been here before. I've been in these positions before. He might have been working off sheer muscle memory. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Could have been.
And then gets back to his feet, gets dropped again, like hard. And these are hard shots. This dude's hitting him hard because he's a what, 205er?
Yep.
Yeah, light heavyweight.
Yeah, so he's getting hit hard. Like he's getting hit with heavyweight power, to be honest with you. A lot of 205ers hit like a fucking heavyweight. You know what I mean? So gets dropped again, and where was it Spann? Where Spann, in my opinion, where the mistake he made is when he rocked Walker again. Instead of keeping his distance and throwing from the outside, he was overly concerned with Walker's power and Walker's finishing power and shot in. And when he shot in, Walker started dropping hammer fists on the side of his head. And I think Walker might have caught him a little bit earlier before that.
I pulled up the stats of the fight, and he shot in because at that point he was 2 for 2 on Walker.
Okay,
takedowns. I mean, he had total strikes. He was 10 of 16 for 62%, and Walker was 30 of 34 for 88.
Okay,
significant strikes. Walker was 26 of 30 for 86%.
Jesus.
Spann was only 7 of 13 for 53%.
Oh.
Takedowns. So Spann had the 2 knockdowns and the takedowns.
Yeah. So he's pretty much winning the fight.
He was winning the fight.
I mean, Spann's accuracy might not have been there, but his damage that he was doing was a little bit beyond what Walker was doing. I mean, like I said, he rocked him twice. He dropped him twice, rocked him before that, and then when he shot in, it was bad news from there because he started catching hammer fist to the side of the head, and his corner was yelling like, "Hey, he's hitting him in the back of the head," but he really wasn't.
That ref was in good position too.
Yeah, he was in really good position. And then when he was able to get up a bit, he caught those elbows, and that was pretty much it was pretty much a wrap at that point. Like I am highly impressed with the way he was able to come back from that. That's like how dynamically come back. Like I've seen fighters get knocked out and then their chin is never the same after that. Yeah. And we kind of saw that with Walker. Like he got knocked out against who the hell was it that he was fighting? He just went over to Bellator.
Yeah, because didn't somebody say something about it?
Yeah, he just the dude that TKO'd Walker just went over to Bellator. Like, he wanted to fight
he beat Spann last night.
Right.
Then he won a decision over Nikita Krylov.
Right. Corey Anderson.
Yeah.
Corey Anderson.
Yeah, it was round 1 TKO to Corey
No, he
Anderson.
lost the decision.
Oh, he lost the decision?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. My bad.
So he lost the decision. So he lost to Corey Anderson.
Yep.
And then he lost that decision. Corey Anderson is the one that TKO'd him.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of, broke the aura around his jaw.
Yeah.
And then Spann had him hurt, man.
He did.
He had him on Queer Street. Like it was I was like, oh man, this sucks. This is going to be 3 in a row.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I really thought I was like, this is about to be 3 in a row, and then he came back. I was amazed. I was like, how the hell? I wish they had a comeback of the night bonus.
Right,
I really wish they
yeah.
did, because he would have got that 100%. I think the Swede 100% should have got knockout of the night, and I think he did.
He did, yeah.
But Mackenzie Dern got performance of the night.
Yeah.
I mean, how much better of a performance can you do than 17 seconds? Like, who won fight of the night? Do you know?
Unless I read that wrong. But.
No, she probably did get performance of the night. Honestly, I mean, she's a wizard on the ground, so obviously she's gonna look amazing once she's down there. Who won? What won fight of the night? Would that be Cerrone and Nico Price?
How would I actually look?
Maybe just Google fight of the night. Fight of the night on UFC, whatever number that was.
I mean, watching the fights minus the undercards, unless one of the undercards is extremely good, I would say Cerrone. I would think Cerrone fight.
Cerrone Price fight of the night. Mackenzie Dern performance of the night, and then knockout of the night has to be the Swede.
For sure.
There's no way that it could be anything.
I don't even know
else.
if anybody else had a knockout.
Other than Walker.
There we go.
Walker had it's a TKO.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes it's kind of strange how they just determine whether it's a knockout or whether it's a TKO. Like if you drop them and then follow up and hit them, sometimes they'll say it's a TKO. But if you drop them and then walk off, they'll call it a knockout.
Okay, so the UFC handed out $50,000 performance of the night bonuses to Khamzat Chimaev, Mackenzie Dern, Randy Costa, and Damon Jackson.
Okay.
No fight of the night bonus was given.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Was there a knockout of the night bonus given?
Nope.
That is strange. They had to have given. Well, I mean, he got an extra 50, so it counts. He should have got another. He should have got another 50 for that knockout, though.
Yeah.
For that knockout of the night, because that's.
Well, I think that's what it was performance of the night, so maybe he got it for the knockout. Mackenzie got it for her. You know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah.
They handed out 4 different performance of the night bonuses, but no fight of the night. So maybe his performance was the knockout. I'm not sure. Doesn't really say.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, though. They're going to be using that knockout in their highlights for a long time.
That's a highlight reel knockout for sure.
Yeah. They're going to be using that in like the promotional things for a long time to come. So
for sure,
I don't see how they can not bless him with at least a little something. Oh man, yeah. I mean, definitely good fights, man. Definitely good fights.
Yeah.
This weekend though.
Yeah. Is he fighting this weekend?
Yep.
He's fighting Paulo Costa. Yeah.
Yep.
That's going to be a hell of a fight. Yeah. That's going to be a hell of a fight.
Whenever you're done DJing.
Yeah. If I DJ Saturday.
If you DJ.
Yeah. What's the date? Is that the 26th?
Yep.
Yes.
I think I'm doing a little shindig during the day.
Okay.
Like during the day, like up the street from here.
Oh, okay.
At Avenue Tap House.
Okay.
So I think I'm doing that, and then I should be done, and we'll be partaking.
Yes.
Main card starts at 10 p.m. Julian Mendez. Main card starts at 10.
Julian was supposed to be over at what, 9?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock last night.
Still waiting for him to show up.
Yeah.
Oh man. Still waiting. Still waiting.
Still. Until next week.
Julian, did you mean 9 o'clock next Saturday?
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, we're
You'll
good.
be early.
Yeah,
you'll be what? You'll be right on time.
Oh my God, that is so funny. He ain't coming. He's coming.
I mean, but how long have we all watched the fights together?
Love Kid to death.
Years, right?
Years.
Almost like 20 years.
Years.
Still,
you would think. Yeah.
Yo, what time's the fight? What?
And at this point, like, dude, you don't have internet. You can't check and see when the fight is.
He has internet, dude. You know that, dude.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
always
I
got
know.
something
I
on.
know.
He's got like a Palm Pilot, whatever he's got.
He's always got
iPhones,
something.
Samsungs, whatever.
Good old fashioned.
Oh, good old Julian. Some things will never change.
Yeah, I think this weekend's card's pretty good. I think 2 championship
You
fights.
know what? Let's pull that up.
Yeah, who else is
I
fighting?
think
So there's
it's a good card.
Is that 253?
There's Izzy.
Should be.
Izzy fighting Paulo Costa.
Here we go. Oh,
Okay.
Dude, it's a good card.
So Izzy fighting Paulo Costa.
Costa.
Dominic Reyes
versus
from
Jan
Jan
Blachowicz.
Blachowicz for the light heavyweight title.
Yes.
Who is,
Kai Kara France.
I don't know who that is.
Brandon Royval.
I don't know who that is. I gotta start doing my homework.
Ketlin Vera.
Versus.
Saijera Eubanks.
Oh, I do know who that is.
And then Hakeem. I don't know how to. Dawadu
Dawadu, yeah.
versus
Zabit. Well,
Zabir.
there you go.
Yep.
Although Hakeem has one
yeah.
loss, 11-1.
Okay.
So he's got one loss, but he's fighting somebody named Zabit.
Who's on the prelim card?
Who's probably from Dagestan. I'm gonna guess that Zabit
Who's
is
on the
from
prelim
Dagestan.
card?
Yeah, it says right up there. I'm curious who's on the prelims. Not that they will be good, but there could be a different.
Brad Riddle.
somebody good.
Brad Riddle's a solid fighter.
Alex Da Silva.
Yeah, Brad is a
Diego
solid fighter.
Sanchez.
Diego Sanchez is on the prelim.
Prelim?
Yeah.
Who's he fighting?
Jake Matthews.
So Jake Matthews sounds like the dude that you know how you watch like when you're watching wrestling.
Yeah.
And it's the named
the
character,
jobber.
and then the jobber is always like Kenneth, Kenneth
Todd
Brown, Todd Smith, Michael Vincent, or it's always like some random
Yeah.
name. That's what Jake Matthews sound like. He sounds like a jobber.
Oh, do you want me to go back to that?
Yeah, real quick. Just go up and hit the arrow forward. the
Oh, yeah,
forward
try
arrow.
it forward. Yeah.
There you go. So
That's all and then William Knight and Alexa Kamer.
I'm really curious what's going on with Diego. I'm surprised he hasn't hung it up yet. Sergio just told us submission win via armbar, Mackenzie Dern. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think we got there. We got there eventually.
Yeah.
It took us a while.
It did
but
take
we
us a
finally
while.
got there. Speaking
Not really us. It was me.
Speaking of taking a while, guess who is back? The boys are back in town, huh?
They
The boys are back around.
Are.
We might be having some OSU football from what I hear.
Oh, there is not. Maybe it's just going down.
So this is a done deal. It's
October
100%
24th.
happening.
Yep.
Nebraska.
Yep.
That's who they're playing is
Yep.
Nebraska?
Yep.
Game 1.
Feel bad for Nebraska.
Yeah, me too.
How is Nebraska a good team at all?
I mean, they have been good. And
Cam said.
recently they have not.
Okay.
But you gotta respect every opponent because if
You
not,
have to.
they will beat you.
Especially in a season like this.
Yeah.
You have
So-
zero room for error. None.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. How did we get here?
Honestly, you want the
Bunch
honest
of dumb
opinion how we got
decisions.
here?
That's how we
Yes.
got here.
Honest opinion,
Yes,
I
like
think how we got here.
How did we get to the point that we know how we got to the point that Ohio State wasn't playing.
Ah, okay.
How did we get to the point that Ohio State is playing?
Nebraska.
Personally, I think
Nebraska's the one that did it?
I think the presidents and chancellors and Kevin Warren realized, hey, we made a big fucking mistake.
Yeah.
I think they realized, all right, listen, we made a mistake. We're getting backlash from everywhere. Guys are playing football. Nobody's coming back with positive COVID tests. They're putting fans in the fucking seats. Nobody's coming back positive.
Right.
We're going to look like absolute fools if we do not let these guys play. Fools.
And then Nebraska when they filed.
And then Nebraska when they filed the class action lawsuit about getting, all the, they wanted everything from the voting.
Yeah, results.
They wanted the results from the votes.
Information.
What schools voted yes, what schools voted no.
Right,
And I think Kevin Warren sat there with the chancellors and the president and said, okay, guys, we didn't take a vote. Now they're asking, we're getting federal,
subpoenas
saying, hey, we need proof of this, and this. We don't have that. Here's
They
our
don't have any of the proof
Yeah.
No,
needed.
because there was no. I don't think there was.
I don't think there was proof.
There's
'cause-
no vote done.
Yeah, you said the presidents and chancellors voted, but it was like
But several presidents came out
all the
and strictly said we never voted.
Yeah, and then you have obviously all the players and coaches wanted to play.
Right. It's not 1 week, we want to play, in the next week, you know what, we don't know. I think when that lawsuit issue was filed, I think that was the final straw. They were like, fuck, we have no option. This is our way to kind of sneak out
Right.
without showing, hey, we don't have any information, because at that point it's like, okay, you still cancel the season and you can't give proof of teams that voted. You're in a massive situation. Kevin Warren's out of a job.
Yep.
Okay.
He still might
There's going to be presidents and chancellors that are going to be questioned and possibly out of jobs.
Oh, 100%.
So it's like, here's our chance to escape. Let the boys play football.
And try to save face a little
There
bit.
wasn't even a vote. It was
just we're playing.
It was, hey, we're going to play. We just got to figure out when we can start and go from there. And that's what they did. They figured out, hey, we're going to start. This is the day we're going to start. You're going to have no bye weeks. You're going to play 8 games in a row, Big Ten championship, and then go from there.
Yep.
So are they playing a game every week?
They're playing a game every week starting
every week.
October 24th.
Yep. You're only playing 8 games, though.
8 games.
8-game season.
All in conference.
8 games total.
8 games total.
And then the Big Ten championship, and then if you make the playoffs.
Which
we
I'll be honest with you, a lot of people aren't going to like it because they're not, they're playing 8 games. They're in a shortened season.
Right.
Oh, but they're not playing 12 games and they didn't start on time. Fuck you. Listen, here's the deal. You can't look me or anybody else straight in the eyes and tell me Ohio State is not the best, one of, if not the best college football team in the country.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
period. They're one of the top 4 no matter how you look at it. It does not matter.
By a lot.
And it's not even close.
Because they were number 2 when they were originally supposed to play.
Right.
When the rankings came out when everybody was supposed to play, we were number 2.
Okay.
Then the Big Ten said they weren't playing. Obviously, you have to take them out.
Right.
So they weren't ranked.
Which is fair.
We didn't even play a game yet. We found out Saturday, right? It was
this morning.
Saturday.
It was Saturday.
That we were playing, or Friday, that we were playing again.
Right. We found out Friday we were playing again. They came out with the schedule
Saturday.
Yesterday.
And today they're already ranked number 2.
They're ranked number 2 in the AP poll.
We don't even play till October 24th. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. There's no way, and it doesn't matter if you've played 3 more games, because I'm going to be honest with you, Ohio State's playing in conference. They're not playing any cupcake games out of conference. They're not paying any teams to come and play them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's going to be 8, regardless of Rutgers being garbage and Illinois being garbage.
They're still in your conference.
They're in your conference. Yeah. You're playing in your conference.
They're still a D1 school.
They're a D1 school.
Like big D1 school, supposedly,
Some teams in certain conferences, yes, they're garbage, but guess what? They're in your conference.
They still pay teams to play them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. And Ohio State doesn't do that.
Well, no,
not
no
this
one,
year.
No one in the Big Ten's doing it this year.
Right.
Also, Pun, can you pass those cookies?
Can I have the M&M one?
So nobody's
I don't want the M&M.
Nobody's playing them this year. Okay, so you look at it as like yesterday. Perfect example. You want one of these? Oh, yeah, I do.
These were just ripped off, so these are good.
So, like yesterday, perfect example. Clemson, number 1 team in the country right now. Right, played the Citadel.
Who the hell is the Citadel?
There you go. There's my point.
I know the only Citadel I know of is in the Mass Effect game.
That's my whole point.
It's like the main area you go to. I've never heard of a school called
Clemson probably paid the Citadel $5.5 million, give or take, to come play them and get their ass whooped.
$5.5.
I mean, I could be totally wrong on the number, but they paid them several millions of dollars to come and get their ass kicked, because the Citadel going into Clemson knows we have no hope or no shot at beating this team. Period. There's some teams who go to play a football game. They'll get the exposure. They'll get the money to help their program out. That's why they do it.
Jesus.
Citadel knew they weren't going to win that game. Okay, so that's a straight style point game for Clemson.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, that game means absolutely nothing because it's the Citadel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas Ohio State,
I'm not making jobber. It's the
right. And I'm not making a case for I'm an Ohio State fan, but I'm also a realist. If you win your 8 conference games and you win them decisively, and you go in the Big Ten championship and you win that decisively, you're 9-0. Okay, you're one of the best 4 teams, if not the best team in college football.
Right.
Without playing any out of conference games, any cupcake schools that you pay to come play. Now, a lot of people saying, oh, well, they started late. They're going to have 3 less wins. That doesn't matter, because here's the deal. You put Ohio State up against any team in the country on a neutral site, I'm taking Ohio State. Not because I'm a fan, but because I think they're a better football team. So me personally, I think Clemson and Ohio State could beat anybody in the country right now.
Just period. Just
off
period.
And I think, and I think Ohio State if Ohio State plays Clemson fans, yes, we know you've beat us 3 times, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing that happened to Clemson when Alabama came back and beat them. They had a bad taste in their mouth. The next year they went out and they whooped Alabama's ass in the national championship game. Ohio State's got a bad taste in their mouth based on the nonsense that happened last year in that game. I'm not blaming the refs.
Still lost.
They still lost.
There was some nonsense.
They still lost the game, but they have that taste.
Some tomfoolery, if you will.
But they got that bad taste in their mouth, and that's why some of these guys came back this year is because they wanted to get that bad taste out of their mouth. That is a scary, scary football team that is going to be playing.
So they came back specifically to play against them?
They came back. Their exact words were they came back because they wanted to win a national championship.
Yeah.
That's the sole reason they came back.
Were these seniors that came back as well?
And players who could have left for the draft.
Right. Yeah. Players who could have left for the draft, they came back.
Yeah. Pretty much the only players that we lost were the players that you expected to lose or had to go. You know what I mean?
They had to go.
Like we knew J.K. Dobbins was gone.
Yeah.
Jeff Okudah, Chase Young.
All those guys. We knew that.
We knew that. But then you have some of the guys who are like good enough to go but should maybe still stay a year. All those guys were like, no, we're staying because we don't want that to be our last game.
And that's
Clemson game.
That's very scary when you get a team or even a person in general, who knows, hey, I got a bad taste in my mouth from last time. I'm going to do everything in my power to get that taste out of my mouth. And, the football committee, the CFP, they got to look at the fact that they want the 4 best teams in college football in that playoff. And I don't care if Ohio State is 9-0. There would be so much uproar and backlash for them not to be put in there. It would be insane. Yeah. It would. I mean, it would just be insane. Unless Ohio State goes out and lays a goose egg to one of these teams, then you know what? You don't deserve it. But if they run through schedule like everybody expects them to, there should be no reason come January they're not playing for a national title. I'd be stunned.
So what is their schedule right now? Is it anything
they got
crazy?
They got tough games, and I'll agree. I was watching. Who was I watching? I think Kirk Herbstreit was talking about it the other day. That they play Penn State week 2. Penn State's a very good football team. Yeah. They play at Penn State.
At Penn State Halloween night.
Halloween night.
But
here's the kicker: there are no fans.
No fans.
That is going to make huge. A massive
Penn
difference.
State at night with fans.
That's a very tough place to play.
I actually want to go to Penn
at a whiteout?
a night game at Penn State.
Is that one of the louder stadiums?
Yeah,
one of the
And they have a whiteout. Oh, it's crazy.
That's one of the loudest stadiums in the country.
What's the whiteout?
All the whole stadium wears white.
Oh shit!
Here, you can pull up a picture.
Yeah.
When we're done with the schedule, we'll pull up a picture of a whiteout.
Yeah, and like the team's all white.
It's crazy.
They wear their all white uniforms.
That's pretty dope.
That's kind of
that's
creepy.
That's a
Jesus Christ.
That's a big thing.
Teams do blackouts. We do blackouts.
Creepy. That's creepy.
That's awesome.
That's sick.
Everybody just wearing one color sounds kind of cultish.
Dude, it's pretty cool.
Gotta do it. They help.
I mean, listen, if it helps get a win, then.
But I think that's going to be a big difference in that game is the fact that there's no crowd there.
Yeah.
So they feed off the crowd a little bit more.
Because I'll be honest with you, there's a couple places, there's probably 5 or 6 college football stadiums I would not want to go to and play at night. And Penn State is number 1.
Yeah.
Period. In college. I would not want to, if I was a coach on another team,
with
the team that's not mediocre.
Which 2 games?
Why are we playing Rutgers in Illinois at 7?
7 a.m.?
Was this the schedule right here?
Oh, yeah. With 7 8. Yeah, what is that?
It
can't be
that's
right.
A typo.
I hope, 7 a.m. Jesus.
So, yeah. I mean, that's.
I mean, with the current climate, I wouldn't.
Right?
I mean, honestly, if you go back to that schedule for a minute, Ohio State's probably got the easiest schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, Nebraska's not great. Rutgers is awful. Mm-hmm. Indiana is not good. Illinois is not good.
Maryland
is so-so. So you've got 3 tough games. You've got Penn State, Michigan State, and the team up north.
And then whoever you play in the
and which could be Wisconsin, which we've
or
played.
Iowa.
Or Iowa, yeah.
Minnesota, maybe.
Well, maybe Minnesota. We'll see. But I mean, that's the schedule, and I mean that's a tough place to play. Penn State is a very tough place to play, but I think no fans. That's I think Penn State had that on their side circled for a possible upset, which very well could have happened during regular times. But they don't have fans there, that's going to be
That's going to be the deciding factor.
Very tough for them to beat Ohio State without fans there. I mean, because they're the second largest stadium in the country.
Yeah.
It was like 110 or 100.
Wait, what stadium's bigger?
Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh,
the big house is the big.
It's the big north.
It's called the Big House for a reason.
Yeah.
It's the biggest college football stadium in the country. But Penn State's I think the second largest stadium in the country, and when they pack that thing, it's a raucous place. But I think
the stadium up north is bigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you pull up that picture of the
whiteout?
Yeah, the whiteout. So I'm kind of curious as to see what that looks like.
It's crazy.
How many people does that stadium hold?
108.
108,000?
I think.
Here we go. I'll pull up a video.
Okay.
Dude, it's crazy.
Will we be able to hear it or no?
Possibly. Let's find out.
Possibly.
The whiteout experience right there.
Which one? Oh, this is the video. Oops. Time out.
Go back and go down. See it, minute 17, right in the middle. The whiteout
right
experience.
We got
an ad.
Love the
ad
ads.
real quick.
Oh, skip ad.
Okay. Whoa.
Crazy, right?
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, there's no.
That is a lot of
White.
Oh, but they still wear the
usually
blue jersey.
They've started to wear all white too.
Oh, okay.
The team, yeah.
Oh, this is from 2017.
Yeah, like last.
Is there a 2019 one? See what you can find for me.
Yeah, I mean that makes everything difficult to play
That's
with.
crazy, dude. That's a lot of.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And the other teams obviously just show up in like whatever they're going to wear. So then you.
Well, see that's the crazy part because if Penn State wears blue, then Ohio State normally will wear white.
Yeah.
They'll wear their white on white, so they're all white with 108,000 people also wearing white.
Wait, so do the other teams sometimes show up in white for the whiteout?
So it's the home team's decision what color they want to wear.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so if Penn State comes to Ohio State and says, "Hey, we're wearing blue tonight,"
They did wear blue that in 2019.
but
Oh,
we
did
want to
they?
wear blue.
Yeah, that's weird.
Ohio State goes, "Okay, fine, we'll wear white."
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if Penn State comes and say, "Hey, we're going to be all white tonight," Ohio State has the option. They can wear their, they're not really an option, but
Yeah,
they can wear scarlet unless they go with an alternate uniform,
Yeah.
which normally
Imagine both teams wearing all white, and then everybody in the stands
I've never
wearing
seen it.
white.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, you can't do that.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Why would that make it harder to?
Well, no, you like
One team has to be
one
dark.
team has to be.
Has to have a color.
Yeah.
That'd be so dope though if they could just. If they could just both rock all white.
Probably a lot of
my
turnovers
God.
in that game.
But I mean, when Ohio State has a
100%
Yeah, interceptions everywhere.
turnover city.
when Ohio State has a home game, I mean it's red as red can be. I mean, barring some of the other team that's there, if they have some fans in a little section, I mean, for majority of the fact, 105,000 people are wearing red.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
And that's not even a red out. That's just
normal.
showing up to the game.
This
Yeah.
is what it is. This is a normal.
I mean, I think one of the coolest things I've seen was Ohio State's blackout night, where they wear the black uniforms and everybody in the stadium was black. It's weird because
Everybody in the stadium wore black.
Yes. What did I say?
You said everybody was black.
Oh. Yeah, everybody in the stadium wore black. And it's just weird because, when you watch certain teams on TV, you watch college football, you're not used to seeing those. You know what I'm
not
saying?
at all.
It's
Not at all
just you're
whatsoever.
accustomed to seeing Alabama wear their crimson. You're accustomed to see Clemson wearing orange, Ohio State wearing scarlet.
Right.
The team up north wearing their blue. You're just accustomed to, or excuse me, maize.
Maize is the yellow.
Is that what it is?
Maize is the yellow.
Maize is yellow.
Oh, okay. Isn't
Blue
that like
and whatever.
corn? Isn't that what they call corn or
Corn.
something like that? Yeah.
But you get accustomed to seeing those colors, and
Yeah.
when they throw an alternate into it, I mean, it makes it so different. It's kind of cool.
Throw an audible in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State's got two alternate jerseys from what I know. They got those wolf gray ones, which they're talking about wearing against Penn State on Halloween.
Ooh, that would be dope.
I
And
kind
the black
of
ones.
want to go to one of these games where it's like, holy crap.
God,
I feel like old girl upstairs is having a little trouble.
I mean, you're talking to the right people to go to one of these games because
Yeah, I
we
kind
are
of
down.
want to go to one, man. Go to one of these.
Now, do you want to go to an Ohio State game down in Columbus, or do you want to go to like one of these traveling?
We've done
games?
that, haven't we?
No, like in the stadium.
Oh, okay, yeah. We
There's
got
a
to go to
difference.
one and go to the stadium.
There's a
to go to the
difference.
game.
Being outside, we've done that numerous times.
Question:
We're
Are
going-
you going to paint yourself again?
Yeah, it depends.
It depends.
It depends on who we're playing, what time of the day this is. You know, it depends.
Oh, it didn't matter that day, boy. I can tell
No,
you that it was
fuck
it was
no.
cold as hell,
Oh, it
dude.
was
You were
freezing.
shirtless
It was
and
nuts.
painted. I was like, man, Cam loves Ohio State.
That was back in the day, though. I can't do that. No, I got a dad bod.
That's all right. That's all right.
I
Dad
mean,
bod.
I got nobody to impress.
Dad
but
bods
it's
are in
just,
style now.
You know, it's.
That's the in thing. That's the in thing right now.
But yeah, going to a game inside the stadium,
Is a whole different
no,
experience.
dude, it's totally different.
I might have to give that a whirl.
Hopefully next year we'll be back on full stadium terms and we can.
What are they doing now? So there's no fans at all.
Not in the Big Ten.
Okay. Wait, is your mic dead?
Yes, it's gone.
Hello? Hello?
I got nothing on pun.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your mic. That is really weird. Let me try this. Getting anything now?
Hello. Oh
Yep,
yeah, there
got
we
him
go.
back.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with your mic there. That's weird. Hopefully my board isn't dying on me. That would suck. That wouldn't be good at all whatsoever. Let me turn your big bottom off. All right. There we go. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's weird. So where did that happen? All right, getting back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to go to one of these games.
We'll hopefully
Yeah, so-
next year.
Yeah, hopefully next year.
we'll be back.
Yeah,
to,
we'll have to make that happen.
Yeah.
you know, oh yeah, Big Ten's got no fans in their stands for the entire season, whereas other colleges and conferences, it's 20. I haven't seen one above 25%.
Yeah.
So they're going to let 25%
Really?
capacity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of release some, some of the bigger SEC schools and,
Mhm.
Major schools, they're going to allow 25% capacity.
And
with all the
and that's
parameters
it.
and
Just
that's it.
25%.
Right.
That's
And
it.
that can obviously change based subject week to week. That
Right.
could change. Hey, 25% this week, they get 2,000 positive COVID cases. Hey, we're going to cut it down.
Yeah.
But I mean, knock on wood, I have not heard, I haven't heard anything drastically high, whereas a massive influx in cases, from that first week of college football. I haven't heard any of the big ones having cases. I mean, there's cases here and there, but, Florida State's head coach came down with COVID, so he's out for 14 days.
Yeah.
Wait, the head coach
That
came
coach
down with it?
tested positive, yeah. That came out Friday.
Ooh, that is not good.
So, but I mean, here's the thing. You're going to have that.
They still played.
They still played.
They still play.
He just
Yeah,
isolated
yeah,
himself.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, that's how you got to look at this. And I think that's where the Big Ten kind of, jumped the gun and made the wrong decision is you're not going to stop these cases no matter what you do. The only way you stop these cases is if you go and lock yourself in a fucking bubble in your house and don't
100%.
go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're
I
not going to
agree with
stop these
that.
cases. You contain them to a minimum. If somebody gets it, you isolate them. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And I think what really kind of made people mad is, that the Big Ten had these testing protocols set up. And when they went to vote again to figure out whether they're going to let them play again, they're like, well, we want to see your testing protocols. You laid these out for the schools. You know what they are. We want to see your testing procedures. You know what they are.
Yeah, you know exactly.
You told
you
them,
know
hey, this
exactly
is what I
it
need you to
is.
follow in order to play football. And they followed it. And now you're asking them again. It didn't change.
Yeah, no. It never switched.
You know what I'm saying?
not
I think
once.
they just jumped the gun based on paranoia. And you can't, you know what I'm saying? Because now you've lost respect of a lot of people. You gained a little of it back by giving them the season. But I'll be honest with you. You have a lot more people who disrespect you than you do respect you now because of the way you
100%.
handled this situation. When you needed to get a hold of and be talked to, you weren't found. You were nowhere to be. You were nowhere to be heard. You didn't pick up a phone. People tried to get a hold of you and say, hey, what were some reasonings of this, so people understand. You can't come out and say, hey, we're going to cancel football this year in one of the biggest top, a Power 5 conference.
Yeah.
And not give them any reason for it. Yes, okay, the COVID, but let's be honest here.
I mean, is that really a reason, though?
No, it's not.
If you test all the players, test the staff, is that really a reason?
No, and that's what I'm saying. If they're coming back negative, that's not a reason. You can't sit there and explain that to analysts in other schools saying, oh, we're canceling for COVID. Well, who has it? Do your players have it? No. Do your coaches have it? No. Random students have it on campus. Okay, well, 4 million people in this world have had it, but you can't use that as your reasoning why you're canceling football. There has to be more behind it.
But nobody
100%.
involving football had it.
Yeah.
Because they're all in one place.
That's what,
You know what I mean? Like they're all in the same building. They're isolated from the rest of the campus.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
everybody is just in one.
yeah.
Jesus. Has classes been in?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So classes at these schools have been in session
For about a month, I think. Ohio State's had classes for give or take almost a month. I'm not 100% it's been a month, but it's been a couple weeks.
That's just out of hand.
I mean, they jumped the gun, and that's just how you got to look at it now. Yeah, they rescinded themselves, but you're still Kevin Warren has got a long, long, long road ahead of him. If he still has a job as of next year, which I personally think is up in the air just based on how he handled this.
It's doubtful.
Yeah.
It's 50-50.
Based on the fact that you were adamant about, I made a decision not to play football, and no one could tell me different because of how serious this is.
Right.
But your son's still playing for his college.
That's just
So you let your son walk all over you and say he was playing football,
But nobody else.
but no one else is allowed to. You know what I mean? Like that was kind of okay. Well, if you're adamant about it, the safety, then why are you still letting your son play football?
Yeah, that's a little.
His school may be playing, but if it's safety concerns you, you pull your son out.
And you would have you would have pulled him out of there.
Yep.
And
I'm not saying this isn't a serious disease, because obviously it is. I mean, that's 100%. It's a real thing. People are getting it. People are dying, which is awful. But I mean, if you're on a college campus like that has the resources to test daily, and let's be honest, these are not cheap tests.
No, not at all.
You have the resources and the funds to test these kids on every other day basis. You're gonna make the money
you
back.
had the players and players' parents saying, "Look, my son's safer at the facilities on campus
than
if he was to come home."
Right.
Because the player,
His mic's going in and out.
Is
It's
it
out.
is it the cable for that one? No, that's the headphone cable.
I don't know. Oh, wait, we got something here.
Yeah. Try to push that, like hold the mic like this and push that in more. See if that's doing anything.
It's good now, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
It might be that cable. I might have to replace that cable. Cable's getting a little fugazi, if you will.
Oh, fugazi.
I wonder if that was the issue with the other. Hold on a second. See if we can hear you over there.
Hello? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it was
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it might
there we
be.
go.
Might be the cable acting up.
But yeah, you had parents like saying, no, like we need our kids to stay on campus. Like you can't let them, if they're playing football, they're more safer, because even the athletes were saying, look, I know I can't go nowhere.
Right.
There's people checking on me. I can't leave the building
At all.
because, protocol, like, you want to contain yourself so you can play football.
Right.
And there was no reasoning as to why from Kevin Warren, even about that.
And I think that's what made people.
He gave them nothing.
No.
Well,
nothing.
he didn't give a reason for any of this, and I think that's why people got so aggravated. Is because when you do something that drastic, people are going to want, why'd you do? I want reasons.
Yeah, they're going to want
They
some
may be
answers.
mad, but give them educated reasoning.
Right.
Yeah.
Not just, COVID.
He comes forth and gives them reasons, and he can back those reasons
Yeah.
up. I guarantee you, there's no parent protest. There's no back. I mean, there'll be some
There's
backlash,
going to be,
but it's not going to be as great as it
Yeah.
was, because he's got reasons to back it up, and those reasons are grounds. They're grounded. They're good to stand on.
Right.
Whereas he gave nothing.
Yeah.
And then people, I mean, you shouldn't have to have a lawsuit filed on you to get answers. That's awful.
Just
That's a
answers.
lot. Yeah,
Just
that's a
answers.
lot.
You know what I'm saying? We're not talking.
That's a
Answers.
lot.
Like, it wasn't even actually to play football. It was just to be like, hey, we want answers.
We want
Tell
a
us
couple-
what the hell is
We
going on.
want a couple answers.
And
I
that
gotta
turned
file-
into-
Right.
playing football.
We need to know what the hell is happening because you're
Yeah.
not telling us anything
Yeah, it's
at
awful.
all whatsoever.
I mean, that's not a good representation of yourself to lead a Power 5 conference, and that gives zero trust for any of these programs to keep putting in you. I mean, no offense, I don't trust his decision making. Who's to say, fuck, he's not going to shut it down 3 weeks from now?
Right.
One school gets 20 cases. All right, guys, we gave it a try. We're shutting it down.
It kind of falls into like what they want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, there's cases popping up. All right, we're gonna.
I mean, personally, I don't think he wanted to play football at all this year.
I don't think he did either.
But the heat was too great where he didn't have a choice. It was, hey, we're either going to play football or I'm going to lose my job. And he kind of looked at it as, well, I need this job, so we're just going to play football. But I still think he is in hopes that there are some cases that pop up so he can kibosh it.
Yeah.
I really do.
I mean, what is it? Would you say it was 8 games that they're playing?
They're playing
Yeah.
8 games in 8 weeks. They start on the 24th.
How many games do they normally play?
12.
12 games?
in 14 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's no buys. They have no buys. So they have no room for error. Whereas before, when were going to start as normal,
Right.
they had 3 bye weeks where they had room for error. So
Yeah.
they could kind of move games if they needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can't move a game. There's no room for moving. It's
So
these
it's-
8 games in 8 weeks, and then the championship game on week 9. That's what you have,
And it's a done deal.
and that's it. You don't have room to move shit. So if something goes awry, it's either you ride it out, do your tests, go through your protocol, do the stuff you're supposed to do, or he's going to come forth and say, hey, we gave it a try. We're going to cancel the season at this point for safety.
We gave it the old college try. Didn't
Right.
work out. We got to hang it up.
The old college one, too.
Yeah, got to hang it up, boys.
The problem is if he goes and cancels it and then something happens with another school where they get tests and they just go through their protocol and it works,
Right.
then he looks like a fool again
Damn, it's lose-lose for him.
Yep.
because he rushed this decision.
Yeah.
If they didn't make this decision right off the bat and he didn't rush this and press the panic button, hey, we're shutting it down, things would be a lot different. He would have room for this error. He would have room to sit there and go, okay, well,
A little wiggle room.
he would have wiggle room. And he has none. I mean, he's backed himself literally into a corner with no way out.
So he's like, damned if he does, damned if he doesn't.
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
Until he builds some of this credibility back, which is going to
Yeah.
take extremely long time, and who knows how long he's going to be around there.
Who knows? From what you're telling me,
I mean,
not much longer.
I don't know how they could go about saying, hey, we want to relieve you of your duties, besides saying, hey,
We're going to relieve you of your duties.
it cost us a ton of fucking money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to get money back.
I
mean,
feel like
they're-
that's exactly how they're going to say it. Listen, you're relieved of your duties.
Yeah.
they're going to get money back. Okay, 3 weeks of well, not 3 weeks, a month and a half of not playing football,
Right.
but them playing 9 games in hopes that in hopes that Ohio State goes to the national championship because they'll get more money
Yeah.
for that. But all the schools in the Big Ten, they're gonna make enough money where I think some of those programs, are going to be able to keep some of those smaller athletic programs. That depend on football. Oh, crap, football's done. We're screwed. Now football's back.
Yeah.
They've got 9 weeks to make up some of that money that they lost. So they'll be able to keep some of those programs, which is good for all the schools.
My brother Sean said
Yeah.
the Washington football team lost. Wait a minute. Let me see what he said here. He said his 2 cents on kids playing at schools this year. No vote for me. It's all about the money. It should be all about saving lives. There's no way to socially distance in that environment.
Then why is the NBA playing?
Yeah, the NBA's playing.
Why is any sport playing? Because
they're-
they had a choice. And that's what the kids were saying. There were kids who didn't want to play. And in other schools, the schools are like, hey, we're playing. If you don't feel safe,
You can opt out.
you can opt out.
Yeah.
And
You still get your scholarship and
right.
everything.
So is that what they're doing with colleges? They're
Yeah,
like giving
period.
them-
That's what the
giving them
NCAA is
choice
doing
to
now. Yeah,
opt out?
if you want to sit out this year, you are perfectly able to do that.
Sports, period.
Yeah.
Professional sports. If you didn't want to play at the NBA, Rajon Rondo opted out for the beginning part of
yeah.
the rest of the season.
Oh, did he?
He did. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you didn't want to play, you didn't have to. It was your choice.
but the majority of the athletes on any level
Want to play.
Yeah,
Want to
the
play.
majority of the players want to play.
Yeah.
And I'll agree with him 100%. It is all about
That's-
money.
oh, yeah, for
That's
sure.
That's there's no getting around that. That is about money.
I mean, at the end of the day,
It's a business.
money,
That's what
it's
it is.
it's
I mean,
100% a
even
business.
college is a business.
yeah.
You
Oh
know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah.
college is more of a business than some of your professional sports.
Totally.
And your mom said the Ravens won, which is good in my book. So.
The Ravens won. The good old Baltimore Ravens. Nevermore. Oh man,
So yeah, it'll October 24th it kicks off.
that which is this Saturday, Thursday,
No.
next.
No, October 24th.
October
October
24th.
Oh, they're not playing till
that-
October?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the hell's taking so long? What do they got to do?
That was my question.
Yeah. Because, I mean, a lot of these schools have still been practicing.
Right.
That was the funny
Talking
thing.
about practice.
So yeah, October 24th they'll kick off.
So a lot of the schools is like this whole time. just
Yeah.
practicing.
Which is
Practice.
another,
It's a whole other.
like, all right,
They've been
you
doing
said they couldn't play, but these schools were practicing like they were.
right.
So they were clearly plotting on
Yeah.
playing regardless.
Or maybe, hey, let's keep practicing so when they do decide to play, we could play right away,
Right.
not a month and a half later.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, let's keep practicing in case they change their mind so we could start as quick as we
As
can.
quick as possible.
So they did that. The decision was made to reverse it so you could play, but it's still not happening for a month and a half.
Right, right.
I mean, obviously, there's got to be I'm sure other logistics go into it, like getting all the stadiums ready and stuff.
My mom said, remember, I broke my arm at a football game. It wasn't my arm, it was my finger at a football game, and I wasn't playing football. I was playing tag. I was playing tag off to the side.
Yeah.
And fell and landed like this and snapped this finger was laying across. I stayed at the game though.
Mm-hmm.
And then came home later and was like, think something's going on here. Yeah, totally broke my finger at a football game. Not playing football. Playing tag
Hey.
at a football game.
It's great.
Your mom said watching girls
No, I was playing tag.
with girls.
Yeah, there was girls in
Hey, there you
There
go.
was
Hey,
girls
you
there.
know,
Yeah,
that's-
so I guess I was watching them. That was in Oklahoma.
That's a good state
in
for
Mustang.
football.
Oh God, dude, football is everything there. Like they don't care about nothing else. Oh man, we might be at the joke portion of the show. We are like 2 hours and some change in.
Oh, shit.
See
Yeah.
if I got anything.
Oh. I know Pun had one that he was just delighted with.
Boy.
I said it's a risque one, so.
Oh, real quick, Ducky is in.
What up?
Ducky is in the chat. Oh, and you know what? I got to do a foghorn for my brother Sean too.
Yeah.
He's a dad.
In response to him about the kids opting. I'm losing. Hello.
Yeah, I got you.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
It's gone on this here.
Oh, is the headphones?
Yeah.
Headphones.
I think
not-
as far as the kids opting out next season, I don't think a coach will ever get mad for a player opting out
right.
based on what has gone on this year. And who knows who knows how this is going to kind of all roll into next season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping by the time college football rolls around next year, we're at the point where, we're not wearing masks. Or you want to do the social distance, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an issue. I don't think people have a problem with that.
I don't know why I had the camera on me that whole time that you were talking.
I don't, as far as kids opting out, I don't think there's going to be a big issue. I mean, unless it's for a stupid reason. But, if these kids love playing whatever sport it is, football, basketball, baseball,
Right.
and if this COVID thing's still going on next year at this time, then, if a kid opts out, I don't see them having an issue with it. I really don't. I mean, and if they decide to opt back in, I think they'll be welcomed back to the team with open arms based on what's going on.
Oh, we had
Now
two-
they might have to work for their spot. I mean, unless you're a tier one, top of the top,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to, you opted out and you came back. Ohio State had
We
two
had two
guys,
guys do it.
right,
Yeah.
who opted out and came back once they, heard we were playing football. But yeah, I don't. You might have to work for your spot. If there's no top of the line guy who is filled in that position.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think there's going to be an issue with kids opting in and out from this point forward for safety reasons and health reasons. I don't think that's going to be an issue. I really don't.
They're not going to have any beef with that.
No, they shouldn't. And if they do, then
that's a different issue.
that's a different issue in the coaches and staffing part. That's
a
an
horse of a different color.
Yeah, for sure. Without a doubt.
Anyway, had some messages I had to attend to. So you got these joke for us, Mr. Punfu?
I got you. You want me to tell that one or?
Yeah, why not?
Right.
You said it was. You just said it was a bit risque.
It was okay. What do you call a masturbating cow?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
What do you call a masturbating cow?
Beef stroganoff.
Wait, I think we did this one
Did we?
before. Yeah.
Did we? Oh,
I think so. It's still funny. I see the look on Cam's face. Looks like he might have one for us.
What time do ducks wake up?
I don't know. What time do ducks wake up?
At the quack of dawn.
Did you say the quack of
Yeah,
dawn?
the quack.
Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh geez.
Where does
That was from Tamara.
Where does an elephant keep its suitcase?
I don't know. Where does an elephant keep its suitcase?
In its trunk.
Oh Jesus. Oh boy. Oh man.
What did the sink say to the potty?
Oh God.
You looked flushed.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh. I got a terrible one about a bathroom. What did the tub say to the toilet? I get as much ass as you, but I ain't got to take all that shit.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's a good one.
You know what, Tiger?
Oh man,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh man. You got another one for us, Mr. Punfu? Oh, is it your cable that wasn't plugged in, Cam?
It might have been. It sounds good now.
Is it working now?
Yeah, it might have just been.
Trying to find
this is just technical difficulty city right now, isn't it?
Trying to find. Well, this list stinks.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Sean said, long live B.I.G., love the ready or die T. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
Nice.
Why are calendars so popular?
I don't know why our calendar is so popular.
They have a lot of dates.
Oh my God.
Buzzing.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Oh man.
What has teeth but cannot bite?
I don't know what.
A comb.
Apparently you never had your hair combed by my mom. Them fuckers get bite. Those fuckers get bite. And that shirt that Cam is wearing. That's the shirt right there. That thing is off the chain. What you got for me, Punfu? You got one, Cam?
Let's see. What do I got?
The moment of the silence before the storm, or the calm before the storm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Linda Mack just said KC just made a 58-yard field goal to win the game.
Oh,
Great news.
Holy crap.
Wow.
58 yards? Dude, that's a hell of a field goal.
That's
Damn near 60 yards. Like, is that?
longer than half of a football field.
Yeah. That's. I feel like that's not a normal thing that people do.
No.
No, that just doesn't happen.
Yeah, like 58 yards
You
is
gotta have
off
a
the
leg.
Yeah, that's like off the charts right there. Y'all look
Yeah,
like y'all are concentrating so hard
Because these jokes
they're
suck.
not great.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get a new source. We're gonna have to get a new source for our jokes, our popsicle jokes.
We'll get some.
Unless y'all are looking up. What are you looking up? Are you looking up dad jokes or popsicle jokes?
Typed in
We can
both.
look up dad jokes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to procure a new source, if you will.
What did the fish name his kid?
I don't know. What did the fish name his kid?
Gil.
That was actually kind of funny. I'm not even gonna lie. That was actually kind of funny. Gil. It's like as you think about it, it kind of grows on you.
What do you get if Santa comes down a chimney and the fire is lit?
I don't know what.
Crisp Kringle.
Oh my God. Oh man.
man.
To go along with the Christmas theme, I knew a guy who collected candy canes.
Oh, did you?
They were all in mint condition.
Oh man. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for TEM Sports, the #1 sports podcast on this block. I am your host, Mr. Tiger Adinaldo, and with me, as always, is the GOAT co-host, Mr. Pun Fu Panda. Mr. Pun, thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Mr. Cameroni DiPrinzio, sir, thank you. And I love the shirt that you're wearing.
There will be more to come for these podcasts.
Oh boy, I cannot wait. Mr. Pun Fu, why don't you tell these fine people how they can get in touch with you, sir?
On Instagram and Snapchat at Pun Fu Panda, and on Facebook, Pun Capasso.
And Mr. Cameroni DiPrinzio, how can they reach you, good sir?
On the gram, Cam61916. And on the twits, BuckSky14.
And if you want to reach me on the gram, the books,
The Twittersphere.
My book,
the
Face
books,
Space.
the twitches,
Tweets.
the tubes. You can find me at Tiger39, THAIGER 39 on the chats, the snaps.
Snapbook.
Oh man, you can find me in the club. Follow Above. This weekend I'll be DJing at Velvet Dog on Friday.
Cool.
Got a little daytime shindig that I'm doing on Saturday, and then possibly watching the fight right after that.
There's no possibly.
100% we're watching.
We
the fight
watched
after
the
that.
fight.
We will also be doing another stream on Tuesday.
Yep, we will.
We'll be doing the 2 Endangered Mammals, episode 7.
7 already?
Lucky number 7. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, we're up to 7 now. A whole week's worth.
So real quick, last night I was watching like our very first one.
Right?
Man.
Night and day different, right? Night
Like,
and day.
professional.
Night and day. We've come a long way, sir. We've come a long way. Once again, thank you everyone for joining us today. All 12 people that was in there with us.
Hey, you know.
We are the 2 Endangered Mammals, and we are signing out.
Peace.